Hold on. All right, now we're not muted. Now we're not muted. We should be good. We should be good over on Twitch and YouTube. Nicole, thank you so much for tapping in. Boys in the building. Tired but good. Work did some work on me. I feel that kind of the same. Like I'm the same thing. I'm tired. I'm fatigued, but at the same time, I'm also doing pretty well. Feeling pretty good. Hope y'all are doing amazing today. Thank y'all so much for joining the stream. If y'all are over on TikTok, do me a huge favor. Let me know where you're joining from. Let me know if you make music, the kind of music that you make. Let's chat for a little bit, for a couple minutes, and then we will get started with the music. Just really quick, on Twitch, it's !submit. !submit is where you will find to submit your music. Also, if y'all are on TikTok, do me a favor. Make sure y'all are tapping the screen, share out the live, repost, heart me, all that stuff. It does really help out the stream quite a bit, and we're going to get rolling in a couple minutes. Richard's in the building. What's up, Richard? Welcome in. Let me just double check a few things before we get rolling. I hope y'all are doing absolutely amazing today. Thank y'all so much for joining in. Miggy's in the building. Welcome into the stream. Frederick's in the building. What's up, Frederick? Thank y'all so much for joining. How y'all feeling today? Grandpa's in the building. Q is in the building. What's up, y'all? Welcome into the stream. How y'all feeling today? Let me know where you're joining from. Let me know if you make music, the kind of music that you make. In the next couple minutes, we'll get some. Let's see. We'll get some stuff rolling here. Let me double check a few things. I feel like we've been acquainted as far as music, but I'm from Pennsylvania. Okay, nice. I know exactly. It's like people come in. And I know a very like narrow band of information about people, which is fine. I also get that. Where my understanding about certain people's lives are like one or like two facts. Oregon's in the building. How's Oregon these days, Grandpa? It's beautiful there. My wife and I have contemplated moving up north, either like New England somewhere, Maine, upstate New York, Vermont, something like that, or Pacific Northwest. But I'm curious how it is over there. How many people you normally get in, but hope you're good. It depends on the live. I said I would, on the low end, probably 40-something submissions. On the high end, anywhere from like 60 to 70 submissions. It just kind of depends on the live, depends on the algorithms, depends on who happens to be here, whatever it may be. But yeah, anywhere from like 40 to 70 submissions a live stream that we do. Okay, let me double check a few things before we get rolling here. Are you TikTok famous? No, I would not. I don't consider myself TikTok famous. No, I only have like 12,000, 13,000 followers over there, something like that. We've a tight community of people that come in for the consultations that we do over there. Or same thing on these other platforms. And so over there we get a very, very consistent, flow of people that are coming in for consultations. Dum 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 dum. But yeah, not TikTok famous yet. Vendor's in the building. What's up, Vendor? Welcome in, which blows my mind. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate it. You look like a happy soul. I would consider myself to be a happy soul. I mean, life is crazy and it's stressful and it's obnoxious. But at the same time, I feel I somehow have a very high capacity to manage it. Wuptron in the building. What's up, Wuptron? Welcome into the stream. I appreciate you being your CNY right here. Let's go. Nice and warm. What is nice and warm to you, Grandpa? Because that is going to be that's the determining factor. Because nice and warm for here is 108 degrees. Yeah, I'm in South Texas. 108 degrees is nice and warm. If nice and warm for you is like 89, 92, something like that, then I'm down. Then I'm down because 89 to 90 or in the mid 80s to 90s is like that's like our whole spring. Yeah, any genre of music. It's called adulthood, and nobody warned us. Yeah, it's crazy. Am I muted? DT's here? No, I see you. I'm just catching up on all of the chats on all the different platforms. Yeah, remind me where you were. Man, and I got you. I'll put you up there. I live 2 miles from Satan's butthole. It's close enough, man. Close enough. We're right on the edge. You're giving feedback on tracks from artists. Yeah, there are 2 lanes. I got you. We have 2 lanes. I'll explain here in a second. There's a paid consultation lane, which is the bulk of what we do here on this live stream. And then there is a free line as well that are up to 2 minutes listen. We're getting started in the next couple minutes. We just switched on, so we're catching up. We're chatting to the family. We're talking on the different platforms for a little bit, and then I will give my spiel in a second. We'll kick off the music, and we'll dive into some fantastic stuff. Okay, DTSK, drop it in the free. Drop it it in the free. Thank you for the rose and the love you so much, man. I appreciate it. And the music on stage, I appreciate it. Vendor, I see you. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. DTSK, drop it in the free and I'll boost you. I got you. Again, as soon as my track comes on. If you do, Beals, then go to YouTube. Just switch over to YouTube. I can't turn off ads on Twitch, or I can make them like 3 minutes long every hour. It's just super annoying. On YouTube, I can, there's no ads. There's no ads on YouTube. So, I like people hopping in on Switch. Yeah, we're on YouTube and TikTok. YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok all at the same time. So yeah, hop on over to YouTube. There's no ads over there. Same thing. It's nice and chill. Most of our platform will typically be on TikTok, but if you're just chilling, you're chilling, then I would love to do more on YouTube as well. Hop counts in the building. Link in my bio. Okay, give me a moment here. As soon as I get Harley's in the bit. Wait, is that the same? Okay, Katya, I was like, hold on, let me connect some dots over here really quick. That was quick. You're quick. YouTube Premium 2. Let's go. Thank you all so much for tapping in. Let me double check. Okay, I need to read this email really quick. So 1 second. It's not necessarily specifically about monthly listener popularity. This is about you. So this is about your music. So if you make music, you are connected to music in some way, then that's what this is all about. So if you're an artist, you're a producer, you're a session musician, you're an engineer, you're a vocalist, you're a songwriter, whatever it may be, that is what this is for. So it's not necessarily about is 100,000 too many or whatever. It's about, talking through your music, getting into the structure of it, giving some detailed breakdowns on what you're doing. I don't mess about. Let's go. Okay. I got to read this email really quick just because someone I was connecting with earlier. So I do need to get this. Let me see. And then we'll kickstart the music here in just a moment, y'all. And then DTSK, let me know as soon as, thank you for the follows, y'all. Appreciate it. As soon as you get your song in there, DTSK, let me know and I will boost you. Spides, I appreciate you. Okay, let me read this real quick. I appreciate it. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I need to go over this email really quick. Let's see. One moment, y'all. One moment. Gotcha, DTSK. Dom's in the building. What's up, Dom? Good to see you, man. Okay. Email looked over. Beautiful. Sorry, I had to check on something real quick, y'all. My apologies for being boring and just sitting here. Okay, I just had to check on some insurance stuff, so I got to make sure that is taken care of. Dom, line is largely wide. I literally haven't even heard a first song. I'm just like checking emails and like catching up on stuff. So it's wide open right now. I mean, I'm starting to get a couple people in here. Boom, DTSK, you are set. You're ready to go. Jenna's in the building. Saeed, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. Link in my bio if you want to submit your music. Vendor, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Okay, so DTSK, you're set. Vendor, you're set. Matt is in the building. Okay, Mr. Dom, it's so good to see you, man. I hope life is treating you all right. Good to see you, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you tapping in. Hold on. I started off playing guitar in a college band. Ooh, let's go, Harley. That's dope. Could you answer my question? It might have been blocked unless I'm not seeing it. Are you able to view my guitar work on my profile, or do I have to submit published songs? No, it doesn't have to be published. You can send in a link. You can send in a file. It can be a Dropbox. It can be Drive. It can be YouTube. It can be SoundCloud, MP3, Wave, Spotify. It doesn't matter to me as long as I have access to what you're doing. I want to be able to start as soon as I have everything that I need in order. We will get started. But I also like to talk the whole live stream stream is called Track Talk. I like to talk to people. I like to connect with them. I like to hear a little bit about what they're doing. So we will start as soon as I feel like it is about ready, and as it's about ready to get things moving here. Okay. Yeah, because I'm on 3 different platforms, so keep that in mind too. I'm on 3 different platforms, so I'm checking on YouTube and Twitch. I'm making sure that like audio is going wherever it needs to be. Greeting new people as they come in, so on and so on. So I'm never gonna just like blast through things. That's never the way that that's never the way that it's gonna work here. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna connect. I'm gonna make sure that everyone's taken care of as much as possible, and then we'll get rolling with the music here in just a little bit. I like listening to our sexy voice, anyways. Facts. DTSK, appreciate you, man. A vocalist in a hardcore metal band. How do you realistically go? Can't talk, y'all. Can't talk. How do you realistically go about getting yourself out? Are you talking getting yourself out there as a band? Thank you, Harley. I appreciate it, man. I love it. It's a work in progress, but it's getting built up more and more. I'm still waiting on a couple items to come in. I'm waiting on a console to come in, a couple other pieces of gear before I reroute everything. I just went through a huge transformation here in the studio, getting a bunch of new stuff in, getting a bunch of old stuff out, sold a ton of stuff, bought a ton of stuff, and so it's kind of a work in progress, but it's getting there. It's getting there, and I'm very, very happy with the process. It's been fun. I would realistically go about getting yourself out there? If you are a band, here's the thing. If you're a band and you perform live and you are syncing to tracks. So if you're utilizing either like BG tracks or you are utilizing click tracks and stuff like that. Sorry, bro, too much talking and not enough music. You can delete me out of the queue. I'm out of here. Omen, I don't care. Sounds good. If you could start your own stream where you do it the way you want it if you want, man. I could care less. But when it comes to like promoting yourself as a band, if you are performing live and you are doing it to a BG track or a click track or stuff like that, I would definitely make sure that you are getting, whether it's a friend of yours or someone else, something, get someone to record high quality footage, even if it's literally just your iPhone in 4K or whatever. Record footage of the entire show to the track and then sync that track to your studio records. That way, when people are seeing you perform, excuse me, when people are seeing you perform, they are not only seeing the energy and the charisma and the stage presence and the performance that you have, but they're hearing the studio quality. So when they come across your music, they are seeing both worlds active. They're seeing what it would be like to see you live, and they're hearing what it would be like to stream your music at the same time. That's how I've seen quite literally nearly every single successful like TikTok promoted band work. Like Nevertell's a good example of this, but there's a ton of them out there. I know some like metal artists and producers personally that like in bands personally that got very, very successful doing that. I think it can be really powerful because again, people see your charisma, they see what you're doing. Just get someone to literally record the whole set, and that one performance of yours with like decent quality footage, just front row doing your crazy stuff. One performance doing that, and that will literally that's like months of footage. You know what I mean? Like that's months of content. Just sync it to your actual audio. So once you have an album out there, promote stuff that's already released, promote it like crazy, sync it to the audio, you'll be ready to go. I'm not saying that 100% will work every single time, but it's one of the easiest ways for people to kind of connect both things. Okay. For my first show, September 19th, doors open. Let's go. Amazing. Okay, we got to get into some music, y'all. So let's go ahead and dive in. Orange 43, I got you. Thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you being here. Let me get my quick spiel here. Let me see. Got you. Okay, Dom, really quick, Dom, if you could, let me know if you're in the chat really briefly, but if you could go to the submission link, so the aux cord link that you'll see there in the chat, or !submit if it pops in there. I need to get you in line with everyone else so that I know when to play people. I got the PayPal separate, so just let me know if you can go and submit the song for free, and then I'll boost you what you sent. That way I can get you in line with everyone else in the submission process there. Orange 40. Okay, got you. Okay, let me get my spiel here really quick, y'all. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Queue's pretty open. We haven't even heard the first song yet. We're just getting on. We're chatting. We're catching up with everybody. But yeah, we're just getting rolling here. You like well, it's just because people have before, so they like still have my PayPal. They have my Cash App and like stuff like that. You can, but then you still need to submit manually and then boost up. If you do that, just let me know. It's like only for like OGs. You know what I'm saying? The OGs before we switch. That way we can keep everything super organized. Okay, submission, y'all. Let's talk about the live here for a second. Let's get into some details. Let's talk through some things that we're working through here. There's something to try to. Okay, I got you. If y'all have never been here before, welcome to the family. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Track Talk. I appreciate you being here so much. Thank you for joining the stream, taking some time out of your day, your evening, whatever it is for you, to hang out with us, get some advice, listen to great music, support yourself and other musicians and creatives. Amazing. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for joining the stream. If you've never been here before, there are two lanes that you can submit into. There is a free line. The free line, we will listen to up to 2 minutes of your song and give a quick note. Thank you for the gifts, DTSK. Appreciate you. Once again, up to 2 minutes of your song, quick note. So we'll, a quick note on the mix or a quick, note on structure, but those are going to be short and sweet, right? The bulk of what we do here is the consultation side. The consultation side are 20 to 30 minute multiple listen, deep dive consultations on the structure of your music. Those are not quick reviews. There's no trash or pass ratings or polls attributed to your song. They are long form, multiple times through your song, breakdowns of the mix and master, production elements, sound design choices, lyrics and song formatting, so on and so on. That is kind of the structure of what we do there. Excuse me. I'm so sorry for the allergies on. My bad. I'll try not to clear my throat in the mic, man. Texas is brutal. But over the course of that, we're really going to get into the details and the nuances of what you're doing, both creatively and practically within the structure of your music. For those of you who don't know, my name is Torvik. I'm a full-time audio engineer, producer, and session musician. That is what I do for a living. It's what I've done for the last 14 plus years. I'm also a classically trained pianist. So a lot of the structure and the perspective of the live stream is pointed in that direction. I'm not here to trash you. I'm not here to roast you. I'm not here to tear you down. I'm not here to hype you up. I'm not here to get you exposure, anything like that. If that happens, if the algorithm takes off, awesome, cool, love it. I'm very happy if that works out for y'all, but that's not the priority and it's not the structure of the stream. I want to offer as much actionable, professional, and specific, feedback on the structure of your music as possible. That way we can really dive into those details for you. Okay, as far as submission, really quick, got you. Still using the ultimate. I got you. No worries at all. Anytime that happens, man, just I got the notification thankfully on my phone, and then I'll toss you in free. But anyways, if y'all would like to submit your music for either one of those lines, whether it's the paid consultation deep dive side or the free line up to 2 minute listen, if you would like to submit on TikTok, we're on 3 different platforms, so keep that in mind. If you would like to submit on TikTok, you can go to my profile, go to the link in my bio. You'll see the link there that says submit and see the queue. You can go through the details right there. You'll see everything that you need for both lines. That is also where you will see the queue, right? So if you want to check the line, the order, decide if you want to skip or go faster or anything like that, then all of that is at that same link right there as well. Evening admin, thank you for tapping in and thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it a lot. But everything is at the link in my bio on TikTok. If you're on the purple app, if you're on Twitch, you can type !submit. The link will present itself to you. If you are on the red app, if you're on YouTube, then you can go to the description for the live stream and you'll see everything that you need right there. Stamina, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. If you would like, again, if you're on TikTok and you want to submit, it's at the link in my bio. Link in my bio. Keep in mind, y'all, again, I will probably mention this 300 times over the course of the live. This is not for popular artists. You know what popular artist is. People are like, is Sleep Token popular? And like, yes, you know what a popular artist is. This is for you. Your music, if you're a producer, you're an artist, you're a session musician, you're a vocalist, you're a songwriter, you're an engineer. That's what this live is for. We're here to break it down, really get into those details. Let's dive into some music, y'all. Track is only 2 minutes. Beautiful. Magic Millionaire is a popular artist. Facts. Y'all, this is for you. This is not for you to like send in your favorite Ed Sheeran song or anything like that. This is for you to break down your music. All right. Let's get into it. Okay, let me get you boosted. I can't talk, y'all. I can't talk for shit. Okay. Mr. Dom, I see you. Cast me on a wave. I got you. Boom, 15 boosted. Boom, you're ready to go. All right, we got DTSK in the building. DTSK, hop in the chat. Let me know that you're here. I know you're here. I see you at the top of the chat. But let me know that you're here. This is SK by DTSK. Releasing on all platforms this Friday. Looking for general view on the final release, lyrics, delivery, and structure, as well as some of the mix aspect as well. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Trenton Cole, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, let me open this up on SoundCloud and let's get into it. you know the deal. Any other details, DTSK, let me know.
Sometimes I forget that I'm DTSK. Have a born a beat and I don't know what to say. Make a track and play it back the very next day. I forget what I put down, I can't keep up the pace.
Welcome in.
Someone asked me where the music been. I don't know what to tell them cause I done forgot about it. I've been working every day and go to sleep without it. But I wanna get back to it, it's been bleak without it. Walking through Walmart, I spend a Benji on some Walmart brand. Wonder who I've been, cause DTSK would've ran the sand. Say I look familiar, and I wonder if I work with mans. I forget I sometimes sit on playlists of so many men.
I can hear that, no, actually.
Now I'm back to penny pinching, like to motivate.
Magic.
Ask me how I've been, I don't know what to say. I done been from state to state, but I don't know my mental state. Cause I've been racing every day, I've been chasing every day. Just to get to where I've been, but that's the other way. Exit after exit, but every exit is missing. Just been sitting, wasting minute after minute, stuck on paper chasing. At 10-14 ain't too far away. And 10-16 I'm almost 23. If I take a bite of a pie that I ain't baked myself, how I know that I'ma live for the life I tell. Couple struggles in my mind that I keep to myself, and you ain't gonna hear again, so listen till you deaf. I've been through all of these days to get to where I've been, but I'm trying to keep that deposit, my mind's on 10. Sometimes I forget that I'm DTSK. Have a bone to beat and I don't know what to say. Make a track and play it back the very next day. I forget what I put down, I can't keep up the pace. Sometimes I forget that I'm DTSK. Have a bone to beat and I don't know what to say. Make a track and play it back the very next day.
What's up, Jess? Welcome in.
I forget what I put
How you feeling today? Hey, Magic. Let's go, DTSK. Let's get into it, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all, please show some love to the family. One of the OGs, DTSK. The song is called SK. Right now, it is only out on SoundCloud, but it comes out. Did you say Friday? Is that, wait, in a couple days? Comes out in a couple days, man. Let's get into it. Megan, welcome in. I appreciate you being here. If you want to submit, it is at the link in my bio. Link in my bio for either one of the lines that you want to get into. But let's dive in. SK by DTSK. Let's get into it. Let's dive into some details here, man. Let's run it. Let me switch this real quick. Hold up. I'm gonna break that. All right. Let's get into it, man. If you can't see the link, it's usually an age thing or a regional thing. So if either one of those things are an issue, then just go onto one of the other platforms. We are on YouTube and Twitch right now, where you can find the links over there. Or if it's not showing up on TikTok for a regional or age issue, then you can find it on Instagram. Okay, same name, Torvik Music everywhere, makes it really easy. On all platforms, A21, SK by DTSK. Let's run it. Let's run it from the top. Y'all make sure y'all follow DTSK. Show them some love and support. Let's get into the details.
Sometimes I forget that I'm DTSK. Have a born to beat and I don't know what to say. Make a track and play it back the very next day.
What's up, Hollow? Welcome in.
Down, I can't keep up the pace. Someone asked me where the music been. I don't know what to tell them cause I done forgot it.
Is that you in the background right there? Or was that built into the beat or the whatever producer you worked with or BeatStars Lease or whatever it is? Was that you in there or is that something else?
Make a track and play it back the very next day. I forget what I put down, I can't keep up the pace.
Nice.
Someone asked me where the music been.
I like that.
I don't know what to tell them cause I done forgot about it. I've been working every day and go to sleep without it. But I wanna get back to it, it's been bleak without it.
Nice.
Walking through Walmart,
it's a nice little shift in the energy right there. I'm listening for a couple things. I want to kind of hear the structure of it really quick, so that's why I'm kind of letting it play through again a little bit more. I want to get into some of the nuances of that.
So Walmart brand, wonder who I've been, cause DTSK would've ran the sand. Say I look familiar, and I wonder if I work with mans. I forget I sometimes sit on playlists of so many men. I was up to like a grand. Ask me how I'm chasing every day, just to get to where I've been, but that's the I forget that I'm
I'm gonna chop around for a second.
Sometimes I forget that I'm DTSK every day, just to get to where I've been, but
is that, you know, sometimes I forget I'm DTSK. Is that the hook right there that we're starting off with?
Wait, I've been, I don't know what to say. I done been from state to state, would've ran the sand.
Okay.
Exit after exit, hyper check. I ain't big myself, live for the you ain't gonna hear again. So where I've been, forget that I'm DTSK and play it back that I'm DTSK. Have a bone to beat and I don't know what to say. Make a track and play it back the very next day.
Okay.
I forget what I put down, I can't keep up the pace. Sometimes I forget that I'm DTSK to get to where I've been myself, and you ain't gonna hear again. So listen till you deaf.
Is this verse right here?
These days to get to where I've been, but I'm trying to keep that deposit, my mind's on 10. Sometimes I forget that I'm DTSK.
What's up, Blue Skies? Welcome in. Good to see you on Twitch. Appreciate you tapping in. Okay, so here's one of the main things that I'm listening for is just following up dynamics with the vocal versus the hook. Again, you've got a cool voice. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you, Blue Skies. Like you've got a cool voice. Holy pianos. Yeah, there's a lot and more coming always. There's always, hopefully in the near future. I'm always trying to get new stuff in here. The thing that I'm looking for is Zip, and thanks for the follow. I appreciate that as well. The thing that I'm looking for is just that dynamic range and following the production's dynamics as well. Like when the filter opens up, there's like cello sample in the background. That little movement in the background. It's a cool sample and the movement is fine. Will never matter for five. LMAO, I'll take shit. What is that? That does not matter and will never matter for $5,000, please. Luke, what are you talking about? And following the dynamics right there, because otherwise this is going to become really monotonous, right? Even if you have a cool sound, even if the beat itself is cool, even if the sampling is fine, if there's no dynamic range or change in register, change in energy, and change in movement right there, it's going to be really, really challenging for people to not tune out a minute into, 90 seconds into it. And that's what I want to dig into a little bit more and actually get into some of the nuances of that, just because I feel like we're going to miss out on some of the energy of a song like this if it starts out cool and people like the sound but slowly tune out from it. That's the structural stuff that I want to get into. I'm assuming the pay queue is very full right now. It's kind of up to you when you go. If I haven't actually looked at it. Sleek, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Not too crazy. Not too crazy for how it typically gets here. Yeah, nothing too crazy right now. You can always check the U. You can always check the queue as well by going to the same link that you submitted at. You can see the line there. You can see the order, so on and so on. A country. Okay, cool. Hell yeah, amazing. Sundry, welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, the U. I'm telling y'all today, my brain is not functioning today. It's one of those days where I'm like, I'm tripping up on everything that I say. I don't know what it is. My ADHD is strong today, and it has been very, very challenging for my brain to stay in one place and function functionally. All right, let's still jelly of the poly D sundry. It's still not working. I'm still waiting from Sweetwater sending me another one. Thankfully, this poly D has been dead since like April. It's been dead since like April or something like that, March or April. It's been forever. It's been like 9 months, or not 9 months. I guess like 6 months, 7 months, something like that. And I still have not gotten a new one. I'm still back ordered with Sweetwater. They're supposed to send me a new one in like October. Blue Skies. They're supposed to send me a new one in October. So until then, I'm just hanging on to it. I am going to fix it myself though, and probably sell it. So I'll get a new one in here. I'll fix this one myself and then ship it off to someone else who will enjoy it. Little insight: this song is going to be the open to an EP I'm working on. Okay. Got you. How does someone dragon to see me on? Yeah. So yeah, at the link in my bio, you'll see a submit. You'll see me like a submit tab right there. I don't know. I get dry mouth. Just lots of water. I got water everywhere. I drink a lot of water. It's a lot. Okay. Let's get back into this. That's the only thing that I'm concerned about. DTSK is good things that are happening for too long without any changes. That is fact. I do need a camel pack. Too much of a good thing happening for too long, even if it's like good, it's a good quality recording and it's a good lyric structure and people like the energy of the beat and stuff like that, for too long is going to be tough. So here's the little pocket that I'm talking about right here. And this is the reason why it's chopped around a whole bunch of different times. Focal Clear MGs, great cans. I love them. Best headphones I've ever worn. I'm such a huge fan. Right here, you're going to hear it go from a verse to a hook with zero changes, right? So that's why I mentioned this. So listen to the production, listen to the register vocal, listen to the layering. Sometimes I forget that I'm DTSK. Get to where I've been, but I'm trying to keep that deposit my model 10. Sometimes I forget that. That started the hook right there, right? So from here, and you ain't gonna hear again, so listen till you deaf. I've been through all of these things to get to where I've been, but I'm trying to keep that deposit my model 10. Hook. Sometimes I forget that I'm DTSK. No change in structure, no change in sample, no change in dynamics out of the production, no change in vocal energy, no change in register, no change in late, right? It's that right there. It's like, I don't mind like the hook and the structure of it. Like I can appreciate like what you're doing stylistically and the kind of the direction you're trying to go with it. But the limiting factor to this having any amount of like punch and drive and energy and moving the song forward and drawing people in, we need to shift dynamics a little bit. We need to shift dynamics because the other thing, filter the beat on the hook. Yeah, 100%. So I'm going to go through here.
Up to like a grand a day. Now I'm back to penny pinching like the mode I've been, but that's the other way.
Open sample.
Exit after exit, but every exit is missing.
So we have an open sample, but that's the verse. So then the beat is still in, but we lose dynamics on the hook, right? So I also know that the song is like coming out in 2 days, right? So my goal is not to like harp on this and being like, hey, this song you're about to put out has all these things that need to be addressed. But I also do want to get your creative wheel spinning, whether for a replacement of this record later on before you release the full album or just on your future records. Listen to the beat, listen to the production. Yeah, for future reference. Exactly, man. Because I like what you do and I like the energy that you bring to your songs and the way that you approach them. I think it's really cool. And I think obviously a lot of people enjoy it, right? Like I've known your music for a long time, but I really want to be careful that for one, we don't get so like limited to the dynamic range that it's not inviting for anyone new to come into it, right? Like for anyone new to like fall in love with your sound and your dynamics, right? I want to make sure that there's like enough energy here that people hear the song and it's nasty and it's crazy and people really, really enjoy what they're listening to, right? So for future reference, right? For speaking to the future, really listen for what's happening in your production. My intuition tells me that probably this was a beat the producer of my song Wasted My Time gave me free. I've been saying, okay, got you. So on the writing side, what I want you to focus the most on, probably to me, this is like the biggest note on the song, right? Because everything else is finalized. The biggest note that you can kind of take into as like future references, listen to the production. Like before you even start dropping bars and freestyling stuff, go through even if you have to do it like surgically and go back with a notepad, listen, if you have a beat that's like start to finish or working off a 2-track or whatever it may be, right? A YouTube download, something from someone listen to the beat and take some notes. Like take some notes on like some timestamps of like, oh, the beat is loud here. Like this is allowed to, and this happens twice. This is where the hook should be. This is where the verse should be. This should be, some different pockets here. Keep in mind like where those dynamics are going. Cause what's happening here is like, there's portions of the verse that are far more like loud and dynamic than the hooks, but it's not like a reverse breakdown. Like sometimes like Dom said over on Twitch, where sometimes you can actually like, filter everything down and put the drums underwater, put the whole production underwater. And that's the first part of your hook. Perfectly valid. But in this song, it just kind of goes from open to closed and open to closed and inconsistently. Like sometimes the verse is open, sometimes it's closed. The hook then keeps going when the filter is closed, right? It's inconsistent in where we feel the dynamic. So listen to the beat, take some notes. You're like, okay, whenever this beat goes to the open filter or whenever the beat shifts and the choir comes in, this needs to be a hook, right? And when everything kind of, is a little bit more broken down, it's filtered out a little bit, those are going to be the verses, and start to compartmentalize a little bit more. Because obviously you have a good handle on what you're doing vocally, but my struggle is that I never quite get like the drive out of the record. I never quite get like all of that feeling and all of that, emotion and punch out of it because the production seems to kind of flatline. And by default, what you do vocally feels like it does as the song goes on a little bit as well. Even though, again, you have a good clean recording, you've got, a pretty good balance and pretty good mix to what's going on here. So I would love to get a little bit, if we could squeeze a little bit more out of the next one, I think it'll be awesome. Because you have a good handle on what you're doing, man.
I don't know what to say, so where I've been, but I'm trying to keep that deposit, my mind's on 10.
What's up, Derek?
Forget that I'm the TSK. Have a bone to beat and I don't know what to say.
Like I would almost on this whole hook, for one, I would on the production side, here's, this is C-sharp minor. Right? We have, any language, 100%. You have this like, this the sample in the background, right? We have the strings in the background right there. What I would probably do in a situation like this, if you wanted to really simply just pop the dynamics on this and give it a little bit of a shift, I would take just if you know the producer to some extent, and maybe like you said, they gave this beat to you for free, so maybe there's not a lot of control over that. But what I would probably do is when you're going into a hook, I would probably take that entire string sample and push it an octave higher. So when like all of the verses are, oh, don't do that. That's a major. Right, if that's a whole verse and it's all sitting right there, during the hook, you have these. Right? And the whole hook, we go up that octave, we increase the energy, the register feels tighter, and the whole entire hook we have a double on the vocal. No in and outs, no just pops of energy right there, but we have a double on that vocal. We have layers in there, plus some pops, plus some ad-libs, plus some extra stuff in there. But we need a double on it. We need support. We need a stack. We need a higher register from the, from the cello in the background and some of the other samples held down by a distorted 808. We need all of that energy in there, right? So if you took this like exact song structure, thank you for the follow, we get this exact song structure, and we just raise the octave of a couple of the background elements, like the sample in the background, so on and so on, and then also supported the vocal with a double all the way through in order to feel like it's really, really sharp and it's punchy, it's got energy. That completely changes the dynamic of the song. And if you do that, every time you go to the hook, there's identifiers, right? You go to the hook and the doubles come in. As soon as you go to the hook, the octave shifts up, the 808 gets distorted, whatever it may be, right? We bolster the hook by defining it in the song. Those are like 3 subtle, small, easy 5-minute revisions that dramatically change the way the song feels. I mean, changing the octave every 16 bars after a verse on the cello sample is like the easiest thing in the world to do. That's 45 seconds of automation. You know what I mean? Those are like easy revisions that would dramatically change like how you perceive the song and the different elements of it, right? Y'all show some love, man. Show some love to DTSK. I know I'm harping a little bit on that, but for me, it matters so much because you got a cool sound, right? It's a cool production. It's an energetic, production. It's got a cool feel to it. And it's a pretty good balance to the mix as well. Like I'm not mad at that either. It's not like missing a whole lot, right? I think most of it is structured pretty well and balanced pretty well. If you can just, hone in on the structure of like your vocals and layering and when and why and how you do those elements, as well as, of course, making sure that the production also supports that and complements that, dude, you're going to be ready to go. You're going to be ready to go. Y'all, please show some love to the family, man. Show some love to the family. That is DTSK. Follow them. Go stream their music. Go support. Go boost their algorithm, all that good stuff. Absolutely love what you do, man. Let me clear this real quick. Let me catch up because I wasn't over on that page really quick. 25. Yeah, if you want to submit, if anybody would like to submit Magic, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. If you want to submit, it's at the link in my bio. Got Riffistry running it through a Guitar Rig 7, and Yamaha is missing. It's missing guitar. We always need guitar. We always need some guitar, 100%. I got you, man. I got you. Let me refresh some things over here. I'm going to get straight back into it, y'all. Straight back into it. But yeah, if you would like to submit your music on TikTok, it is at the link in my bio. I have a guitar solo submitted. Let's go. I love when we hear a good guitar solo. I love when we hear a good guitar solo. That makes me very happy. I love it. Yeah, Jen, this is specifically for y'all's music. So if you are an artist, producer, session musician, engineer, songwriter, vocalist, whatever it may be, that's what this live is about. So it's about, spending some time and some energy and some resource on your music and getting into the details of what you're doing creatively and practically. So that's what the whole structure is about. It needs to be your own music. I thought music you love. No. This is not for popular artists or anything like that. It is specifically about if y'all maybe, because what we do, as we did with the last song, is we spend about 20 to 30 minutes on the consultation side specifically, spending that time breaking down the song, getting into the mix. It's just won't. If it's in the free line too, don't even worry about it. It doesn't matter. If it's like a popular, I'll just skip those. But yeah, you don't even worry about it. No stress. I'll stop by another stream as well. Oh yeah, Jen, I appreciate that. I appreciate you tapping in. Thank y'all for being here for a little bit. I'm excited, Dom. I'm excited, man. It's been a minute since I've heard a Dom track. Ghost in the building. What's up, Ghost? I do. I recognize the name. Got you. All right. Got you. Okay. Context, DT. Context. I got you. Appreciate you, Jen. Appreciate you. Talk to me. I'm going to play it straight away. Let's keep it rolling. Give me some details. Give me some context. We're running. This is another one from DTSK. Another one from DTSK. Let's get into it. This is Story by DTSK. Let me know if there's same kind of structure, if this is coming out soon, or if there's anything you want me to lean into. Anything you want me to lean into, let me know, and we'll dive into the details, man.
It's time for DTSK Music.
The pain you drop in chapter, don't erase your fucking story. Get back up and get back after, write your sequel, finding Dory. They get smeared with blood with shed, that's just the proof you became your glory. Every you thought was dead is still alive inside your story. You've been wishing for the quiet, while the stun that's still been rolling. Tried to patch up every wound before you learned why you had got them. You keep fighting with this thoughts like they're trying to take.
Let me know where you're at with the song.
Hidden in the places you've been broken. You see cracks and call them broken. I see places things can grow and you keep running from the mirror, but it's trying to fucking show you that the same you that's been blurry can step back up in the focus. You ain't lost and you just learning where your next left or right turn is. Every door off of their hinges may run for something else new, and every loss you ever felt had brought a clearer view to you. That this life is so damn precious, ain't no rushing this one through. Everything you thought you lost had been the history of you. The pen you drop in chapter, don't erase your fucking story. Get back up and get back after, write your sequel, finding Dory. They ain't get smeared with blood with shed, that's just the proof you became your glory. Every you thought was dead is still alive inside your story. I'm working every day till I can go and buy a coffee, pay 100 and not ask for no change. I'm working every day till I can tell my mom
Remind me really quick,
and make sure that the house have been paid.
You're recording with a P220,
tick
right?
Down to the end of my life. I watch it lower, but I gotta build myself out of spite. I make a bag but break the bank just to get to some passing by.
Any genre,
but soon
any
I gotta
genre,
make
any
this
style.
cause these years
This is two of the same
by.
artists.
I would make a couple hundred, put it deep inside my pocket, and I touch it, make it minimum wage. Now I make that in a minute, lost a bitch, I get back in it, cut some habits, now I'm making my way. The pen you drop in chapter, don't erase your fucking story. Get back up and get back after, write your sequel, finding Dory. They ain't get smeared with blood with shed, that's just the proof you became your glory. Every you thought was dead is still alive inside your story.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all show some love. Show some love. Show some love. That's another one from DTSK. Let's get straight into it. So I think Dom said, DTSK, they're over on Twitch. I need you to add that feeling in your verses. This message is powerful, but you stay on the same line of energy throughout. Yep. Same thing. Same thing that we're talking about here, right? Where we need those shifts in energies, right? Because there's good storytelling, there's good lyricism, there's some actual good structure that's just not dynamized, right? There's no distinction between these different elements right there. So if we can really dig into some of those details, if we can really get into the energy and like the support systems of the song, dude, you're going to be ready to go, right? There's a lot of good feeling, there's a lot of good, emotional subject matter and stuff in here that we need to lock in on. We need to lock in on. So let's get into it, man. Let's run it from the top. We'll talk through a couple of those same kind of details here and when and how we can make that happen. But I completely agree. I want to find a bridge because I know DTSK and I know your music from 2-3 years ago, right? So I know. Thank you for the heart me and for the love you so much. I appreciate that a lot, y'all. I know kind of your aesthetic and I know what you're going for. And I know I've heard your music over many, many different years. So I kind of know kind of the direction that you're moving in and what's supposed to be happening here. And so I want to find a bridge between your creative vision for your music and what is going to actually be palatable for people and what is actually going to connect them, right? Because sometimes there's a small disconnect in our like creative vision for something and how we can morph that in a way, not let it go, not shelve that creativity or shelve that vision, because that's the thing that matters more than anything. Like what you want out of your own personal music and your own creative vision matters more than anything. So how do we honor that and respect that vision and hold true to it at the same time as being like, I want to keep this tonality, I want to keep this texture in here, I want to keep this energy, but I can't be boring and I can't let this fall by the wayside. I can't get halfway through the song and people are checking out. I want to make sure that people are locked in. So I want to find that. I want to fight for that because I think that's going to be a really important piece of the puzzle. What's up, Top? Oh, good to see you, man. That's going to be a really important piece of the puzzle for you of like not only finding your sound, that's a huge part of it, right? Not only finding your sound, sticking with it and holding, standing on what you want to do creatively, but also making sure that what you do, supporting it, layering, so on and so on, that it really, really connects to people and feels emotive to people. Thank y'all for the follows. I appreciate that a lot. Let's run it from the top.
The pen you drop in chapter, don't erase your fucking story.
Are we starting with hook again here too? Again, dynamically, it's hard to tell in between, but just lyrically, so I can try to catch it throughout the song. Is this starting hook again, or is this verse?
Back up and get back after. Write your sequel, finding Dory. Then get smeared with blood with shit. That's just the proof you became your glory. Every you thought was dead is still alive inside your story. You've been wishing for the quiet while the thunder still been rolling. Tried to patch up every wound before you learn why you had got them. You keep fighting with this thoughts like they're trying to take your moment, but sometimes the piece.
Okay, so same thing here. Double up right there. We have some breaths, we have some ad-libs, we have some stuff in the background. This is the kind of song you could also bring in other vocalists for, not as features of the song necessarily, but as layers, and you can give them points, or you can do whatever. Obviously, it depends on the position that you're in, but this would be a good, like, I could also hear, if you wanted to very lightly distinguish a little bit of what you're doing on the hook versus the verse, having like a melodic element, like even like a pedal tone, which would just be like a very consistent note in the background right there, to support that lyric and support what you're saying and kind of glue everything together, could be nice as well, so that the textural elements of your vocal doesn't feel too much of the same going from hook to verse to hook to verse. There's some distinguishing factors, right? So if you're like here,
the pen you drop in chapter, don't erase your fucking story. Get back up and get back after. Write your sequel, finding Dory. Then get smeared with blood with shit. That's just the proof you became your glory. Every you thought.
Like having like an underline in there that's like melodic, and you could probably even do this with your own vocal as a layer. Yeah, we absolutely take instrumentals. That's part of what I do full time as a producer and as a session musician. So people send productions all the time. Instrumentals, EDM, house, lo-fi, hip hop, trap beats, UK drill, all the way across the board. So yeah, if you make instrumental music, 100%. People send in only productions all the time. Just depends on the live, right? Some lives are going to be more music heavy. Some are going to bias other genres and stuff like that, just depending on who submits and who hears them submit. So they submit a similar thing. It's always going to vary a little bit throughout the live. But yeah, people submit instrumentals all the time. Not a problem with that at all. Any style, any language, any region, any genre, any level of quality or preparedness. This is not all for like this. The whole live stream is not like send your best music. You know what I mean? It's very much so meant to be a support system for people that are maybe looking for a second ear on what they're doing. So it is very much so for people that are looking for help with their production, music structure, vocal structure, songwriting, whatever it may be, mixing and mastering, whatever it is. I have one I wrote, but I used AI to sing it to pitch to artists. You can. I don't prefer it, but you can. It's up to you. It's up to you again. My goal is to really get into the details of your music. That's a bit more challenging to do the less control you have over it. So you can, I'm not here to like hate on people and this, with stuff like that. I'm not here trashing people and roasting people. But I like being able to offer as much value as possible, which is just more challenging if you don't have as much control over your sound. Okay, so I would definitely recommend, same we were talking about the other one, DTSK, hooks need more support. So throughout the structure of your hook, we need more support, whether that's layering, whether that's additions to the structure of the production, whether you drop in some stuff yourself or you work with someone to add just one or two additional layers to kind of bolster it a little bit more. We need some ways to kind of distinguish this hook from the verse a little bit more.
It is still alive inside your story. You've been wishing for the quiet while the thunder still been rolling. Tried to patch up every wound before you learn why you had got them. You keep fighting with this thoughts like they're trying to take your moment, but sometimes
because again, there's some good lyric structure in here, man. There's some. I know there's a lot of emotion packed in here. So how can we pull that out of the song a little bit more?
The pieces hidden in the places you've been broken. You see cracks and call them broken. I see places things can grow and you keep running from the mirror.
Is this where the verse? I'm again trying to kind of pinpoint verse hook. Is this where the verse starts right here?
But it's from the places you've been broken. You see cracks and call them broken. I see places things can grow and you keep running from the mirror. But it's trying to fucking show you that the same you that's been blurry can step back up in the focus. You ain't lost and you just learning where your next left or right turn is. Every door off of their hinges may run for something else new. And every lost
midway through the verse. Okay.
They're trying to take you learn why you had got them. The quiet while the thunder still been rolling. Tried to patch up every wound before you learn why you had got them.
The question that I'm asking, I hope I'm not being annoying either, but the question that I'm asking is like the answers within the question. If I'm going back and forth, chopping through, it's like, wait, when's the hook? When's the verse? Wait, this is the verse? No, that's halfway through the verse. Oh, this is the hook? No, that's not the hook. If we're doing that, to me, that's a telltale sign that the listener will have a bit of trouble finding their way through the structure of the song. All of our favorite songs, unless it is like a strict freestyle and it's track 17 on an album and like the underground knows this song kind of a thing, for the typical listener that's going through a typical song structure, you know exactly when the verse is. Like, name any of your favorite rappers, right? Like, you know when the hook is, you know when the verse is, you know where the repetition is, you know where it's not. And they do that by structuring production and vocal structure, different lyrics, different melodies, different pockets, different phrasing, so on and so on, right? We just know, right? And I don't care whoever your favorite artist, right? And so, and no matter what the genre is, it's very distinct and clear. Like, oh, we're here. The structure of the song guides you through it, right? A big hook happens, and you know another verse is coming, or typically, right, another verse is coming. So you have that like context and that lyrical depth to look forward to. And after that lyrical depth happens, there's some anticipation that we're about to hit the hook again. This is where we all sing together. You know what I mean? Like, there's some anticipation of the next parts of the structure. The pen you drop mid chapter is still alive inside your story is the hook, but I definitely okay, 100%. So. Again, like I mentioned, too similar. Yeah. The very fact that there's any like questioning of where it might be means that people will have a hard time finding it, which means it's harder to like settle into the production, right? So like if I'm not just a fan of DTSK as I am and just, have known you for a while now, if I'm just brand new listener to DTSK music, I might love the way this sounds. I'm here. I'm like, dude, this is vibey. It's a dope beat. There's some cool lyrics in here. Unfortunately, because nothing structurally like kind of is an identifier of the song, as far as like this is the hook, this is the structure, I might just forget it later, right? And that's not what we want, right? That's the hard truth about anyone who's making their music, right? Is like, this could sound awesome. It could be really, really like impactful when you're first listening to it, and they might love everything about it. But then the next like 2 or 3 songs come on the playlist, and the brain is just wiped the slate clean already. And something that's more catchy, something that's more distinct, something that has a stronger identity to it will take that place, right? And they'll remember it, they'll add it to their playlist, they'll be humming it later on that night, right? And so I would lean hard on this. It doesn't mean you need to start being an R&B singer on your hooks. That's not what I'm saying in any sense at all. But what I do want you to do in the most DTSK way possible, how do we make your hook obviously a hook? You know what I mean? Even if it's the same flow, because it's part of the thing that's a challenge is because your flow is the same, largely speaking. It's some changes, but largely speaking, your like cadence and your phrasing is very similar from verse to hook. So if that's going to be the case, right? If that's going to be the case, we've got to find some really distinct ways to really bolster the production. We need a bolster vocal and make sure that the hook feels like a hook, verse comes a verse. So if we layer a couple other vocals on that hook, that obviously is going to be one distinguishing factor. But that I would put all of your energy there. The beat's going to be fine. The mix will be fine. I'm not worried about that. What I want is for as many people as possible to listen to DTSK. And I want as many people as possible to hear your message, to feel the emotion in your performance, to latch on this song and for you to be as successful as possible. So in that, I want you to lean into separating hook and verse. Stylistically, levels wise, dynamics wise, the way that you perform wise, like I want us to really distinguish these hooks. If you can get into that, man, I feel like it's going to be a pretty dramatic change in the way that your music is perceived. And it'll be far less monotonous of hearing that same vocal texture and stuff. Cause again, it's cool, but we need some shifts out of that, man. I think if you got that, man, it's going to be totally different story. Let me get into the middle of this real quick. We'll move on towards the end. That's what I want you to put all of your eggs are in that basket for a while, right? Like the mix will be fine. You know how to write. You're skilled with lyrics. So now like your next challenge of like building an additional skill set as a lyricist, as an artist, as someone who's building song structure, and largely, producing your music. That's the thing we need to focus on. If you can nail that down, man, it's gonna be a
fighting with this
different situation.
Trying to take a moment, but sometimes the pieces hidden in the places you've been broken. You see cracks and call them broken. I see places things can grow, and you keep running from the mirror, but it's trying to fucking show you that the same you that's been blurry can step back up in the focus. You ain't lost, and you just learning where your next left or right turn is. Every door off of their hinges may room for something else new, and every loss you ever felt had brought a clearer view to you. That this life is so damn precious, ain't no rushing this one through.
So we go hook here.
Lost had been the history of you. The pen you drop in chapter, don't erase your fucking story. Get back up and get back after. Write your sequel, finding Dory. It ain't get smeared with blood with shed. That's just the proof.
And to be honest with you, a lot of this, it's vocal stuff, like we mentioned. A lot of this has to do with the production too, right? This da, da, there's like sax samples in the background mixed with like a vocal sample in the background. All of that in the progression of the song all of that's exactly the same too. So part of the problem is if you want this to really feel like it separates itself, you would need a bit more. This is a half-baked AI UTB. Yeah, and that's part of the problem. That's part of the problem, right? Is that like, even if you did keep your vocal the same, which I would encourage you to make some changes in stacks and layers and stuff like that, even if you did keep it the same, you're still hearing the exact same sample, same piano progression, same 808 underneath it.
Story, get back up and get back at history of you. The pen you drop in chapter, don't erase your fucking story. Get back up and get back after, write your sequel, find and dory. It ain't get smeared with blood with shed. That's just the proof you became your.
Like I would cut all of that out. Like if you had stems of this, right? If you had like the multi-track, I'd probably cut all of that out and like have a different thing happening here. Like Dom mentioned before, filter this whole thing down right here. So the pen the pen you drop mid chapter, like that whole lyric section right there for the hook, filter everything down, get a low layer underneath that, support that vocal a little bit better, cut all of those layers, right? So the song feels like it comes here. It doesn't quite feel that way because there's still all of that high-end information. So a lot of what we're talking about is, yes, we can improve on the structure of the vocals, paired with the fact that the beat itself doesn't have a lot of dynamic range as well. And so I want to, both of those things are very valuable. If you're able to accomplish both, right? If you have strong vocal performance, changes in emotion, changes in feeling and expression, as well as dynamic production that complements and follows those energy and emotion changes, then the song works, right? Then it's a record, and they feel like they're baked into each other, right? This doesn't feel like random rapper over random beat that kind of came together, mixed it, and got it out there. It feels like, no, this is one entity of a song. This is a record, right? Like when we hear our favorite songs, they are a holistic record. We're not really like worried. We're not even like thinking of like, oh, was this recorded in LA? And like this over here was like a session musician in New York, and the background vocals were like a group in Atlanta. Like we're not worried about that, right? We're not even thinking about that. It feels like a holistic record. And so that's, if you can dig into that and honestly, and just trying to go through productions, trying to find some stuff that has like a little bit more nuance and dynamics, and or you do on your own or working with your engineer, you do some work to take that production and edit it, filter it down, drop the octave, separate this thing out, pitch that up, whatever, and get into editing the beats that you're getting for free and stuff that you're doing really simply. If you can lean into those and get a little bit, squeeze a little bit more out of them, you'll be in a way better place. Let me get into the outro here.
Get up and get back after, write your sequel, find and dory. It ain't get smeared with blood.
I like what you're doing, man. I mean, again, like there's a lot that I feel like the bones of this are really cool. Maybe I need to work with the Torvik. I mean, I'm always here, man. I'm always here. Even if just like one track, man. Even if like one track, and you just tell me what you want, like especially if we're talking production, not just mix. And you're like, and we create something that is, whether it's like cinematic and it's really heavy, and we really talk through the dynamics and shifts in energy and shifts in texture. I think it's worth it. It's the thing I tell people, and this is separate from hiring me for production and engineering, but like for anyone out there with their own creative stuff, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Is get your music done well at least once. Get it done well once. This is not for me. Don't hire me if you want to, but this is not for me. With anyone out there, get one fabulous mix on a song of yours. Get one really, really high quality baked for you production. So that you have a reference for what is possible within your music. I think oftentimes people are just like, we get into a cycle of continuing to do the same stuff. We never even know what we're capable of. We don't really know our potential. I don't even know what my voice sounds like with a good mix. I don't even know what a great production would draw out of me. That's the fun part, is like sometimes you're used to like even like for you, DTSK, to be honest with you, you might be semi accustomed to the fact that you have for the last 5 years been having like largely looped productions. Even when I was first hearing some of your stuff, right? Like is like a lot of these productions are very, very consistent, very looped, very, very much so in their own world. And then kind of looped forward in the song. The same thing happens on the second hook, and it breaks down again. Same sample underlines the whole thing. It can draw a lot out of you. You know what I mean? It can draw a lot out of you as an artist, as a performer, as holistically a song producer. Like it'll draw a lot out of you having something that's just made for you. That is just like this is like tailored to what you're doing, what you want, what you like, what you enjoy. The register of your voice you're most confident in. Like that's a cool thing to have. I got a song I did that for. It's releasing next month. I didn't submit the one. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm excited to hear more of that. And to be honest with you, DTSK. Take this with a massive grain of salt. I would almost prefer And again, I'm saying this very loosely, and this is not, what's up, Adonis? What's up, Tep? Good to see you. I say this with a huge grain of salt, so feel free to also ignore this because this is the opposite of advice I would give to other people. This is not blanket advice. For someone in your position, I would almost rather you not submit less, but like make less and have higher paid records. Like I would rather you almost have like more polished, more custom, more tailored, higher quality mixes less often than things that kind of dilute your skill set a little bit. Again, take that with a grain of salt. That's not a rule. It's not something I would like necessarily recommend for everybody. Other people can blast stuff out there. Tep's an example. Tep, of course, I got you, man. Yeah, just submit for free. Submit for free and I'll boost you. But that, obviously that would be the opposite advice I give to someone else. But in your situation, I'm curious of like fewer songs in between and like really high quality, like really custom, really supported. I think you might be better off in that space as opposed to you're putting more out, working on a lot more, but what people are experiencing of your voice is kind of a dilution of what you're actually capable for. Trying to pump the CP, then okay, 100%, and that's valid. Yeah, no, Tep, I'm talking to DTSK. For you, submit your song for free so I can boost you. Link in my bio, yo. Link in my bio. Quality over quantity, 100%. And again, there are this is why I say take it with a grain of salt, because there's someone else out there who releases 3 songs a day, every day, and they're somewhat successful, right? There's going to be those people out there, right? And that's awesome. That's fine. Yeah, the quantity thing. Yeah, that I did mention you. So like that's what, that's what I'm talking about is I think if you take a step back, because here's the thing is I want people in your position, I want people to get like the full expression of what DTSK music is. You know what I mean? Like when they hear DTSK, I don't want them to be like, this beat feels low effort. This feels too chill. This is too mellow. This is monotonous. I want them to be like, this is DTSK and they're an intentional lyricist. They take their time building structure. This feels polished. This feels energetic. It feels emotional. And that's where I think slowing down could be valuable. Doesn't mean you can't blast and peep. Doesn't mean you can't go crazy for the summer and just blast out summer records to try to get sync placements and stuff. Cool. Try to get playlists and build some momentum for your brand and whatever. Cool. Perfectly valid. But I think when it comes to like your core art, right? Like what you're really, really trying to do and developing DTSK as an artist, as a persona, as a personality and all of that stuff, I do think it could be really valuable to like take a step back and really, really lock in. But y'all show some love, man. DTSK, I love you, man. I love you. I appreciate what you do so much. Man. I'm excited for you to dig into this stuff. I'm excited for you also to get this EP out there, re-kickstart your music career and what you're doing creatively, and then like dive in. What do I want to be in this space? Like how do I want to define my music in this space? You're gonna be ready to go, man. I'm very, very excited for you. Sosis, thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate that. If y'all want to submit, it's at the link in my bio. And if you have not been here, I have not heard you. I will only listen if you are here, if you're in front of me. That way we go through the breakdown and you can take as much info from that as possible. Willie, I got you. I appreciate you tapping in. I appreciate you being here. Also, let me see. If you want to check the queue, it's the same place you submitted. So if you submitted your music and you went to the submission form, there is a tab there that says see the queue. In that tab, you will be able to see where you are on the line, decide if you want to skip or move forward or boost or anything like that. It's all right there. You can always see the line is always current. I go top to bottom. Let's go. Did Tavo submit? Dude, I don't know. Did Tavo submit? I haven't seen it. No way. Did he? Adonis, I got you as well. Orange 43, I see you. Daniel Kearney's in the building. Let's go. Yeah. A couple people skip forward, and then that always kind of rearranges things. Yeah, he goes, he's proud. Thank you, Orphan. I appreciate you a lot. I appreciate that a lot. And then Tep, let me know. Yeah, Tep, let me know whenever you submit. Let me know whenever you submit. And again, y'all, link is always updated. Order's always updated. Rock, thank you for the follow. No, there's 1, 2, 3. I think 3 ahead of you currently speaking, Dom. 3 ahead of you currently speaking. That's why I was saying, y'all, keep an eye out. I know. If the keep an eye on the line, keep an eye on the queue. So same place that you submit, same like where you submitted for Freedom, that's where you see the queue as well. So if you go back to that submission or type !submit in the link on Twitch, then it'll pop up for you, and you can always see the line in the order and stuff there. But yeah, there's a couple people in front of you right now. No worries at all. No worries. Okay, sounds good, Tep. I'll get you rolling whenever you're ready. Okay, let's get into the next one. We got Willie Thornton in the building. Willie Thornton, hop in the chat. Hop in the chat. Pretty good. Oh, that's you. Soul Impact, How Music Saved Us. Okay, this says AI assisted is what it says on the tag right here, written by Willie Thornton, about what's going on in my life. Line is open. Line is wide open. We just got started. Let's keep it going. I'll be live Thursday. I'll be live Friday. Maybe a little bit this weekend. We'll see. Dude, I got you. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Yeah, I got you, Dom. I got you. Yeah, just let me know. Literally, Dom, if you have to go, I'll be on for a couple more hours. So if you hop back in, perfect. If not, I'll boost you more next time. That way, you can get a little bit farther along. So if you hop in tomorrow, the day after, next week, doesn't matter to me. Just let me know when you're here. You'll submit for free, similar to how you did today. And then I'll boost you an extra 5 at least every time that you come back in. There's like 38 people in line right now. 38 people in line. All right. Let's see it. And you can move if you want to. You can skip. There's no pressure to. Not a problem at all. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, of course, Dom. But yeah, there's currently, we've listened to 2 songs so far. We got about 38 people. Okay, let's get into it. This is Pretty Good Life by Soul Impact right here. Let's dive in, man. Have I heard your music before? I know this is generated. I use AI to pitch vocals to artists. Okay, so if you are, but the production is also generated too. So I'm assuming, just because I've heard this a lot, that you are, yeah, yours is there. It's just behind theirs. Yeah, you're next after this one. I got you, man. I got you. Yeah, give me the details, Soul Impact. Give me some more nuance. Give me some more nuance here so I can get through these faster. I know Vendor's got to go. I got you, Vendor. Yeah, you can. Man, this episode locks you clean it. Start another day. Full sale class. Got you, Adonis. Got you. Appreciate you, man. A lot of dreams running through my mind. I'm just taking them one at a time. Got some speakers loaded in my truck. Another DJ gig. I'm fired. Yeah, talk to me about like your recording process and stuff, right? Road, that's all right. Appreciate you. I'm making something out of this life. It's a pretty good life. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Got a place of my own, and I finally feel home. Got a song on my mind. Got a dream in my sight. I ain't asking for much, just a little more time. No, I don't have it all, but what I've got feels right. I'd say I'm living a pretty good life. I got you. Yeah, I got you, didn't you? Some nights I sit behind that mic. So did you like record this vocal into Suno to like kind of get it mixed with the rest of it, kind of, I'm assuming? Thank you for the follows, y'all. I appreciate it. That's what my podcast is about anyway. Then I sit down and start that makes sense. To write, finding the words that just feel yeah, it's they ran their voice through it, but the rest is generated. This is a Neumann in 147.2. It's a pretty good life. Yeah, I'm doing okay, cool, Willie. Let's go. I love that.
pretty good life. I'm still learning, still working, still chasing what I love. Still spinning, still riding, and I ain't giving up. Got a podcast microphone, got a house I call my own. And every road I'm taking,
I got you, vendor. I got you. Yeah, of course. I'll boost you next time too. 100%, man. No worries at all. If you come in tomorrow, day after, any day, doesn't matter to me. Just let me know. I'll boost you extra. You'll never miss it.
Got another gig tonight. Got a whole lot of roads still waiting down the line. No, I don't have it.
Thank you for the follows. Appreciate y'all.
Feels right. I'm becoming who I wanna be, one day at a time. Yeah, I'd say I'm living,
yeah,
a pretty good life. One more song, one more night.
Absolutely, yeah. Any genre. Any genre, any language, any style, any level of quality.
Yeah, it's a pretty good life.
Yeah, it is. It is AI. They sang it, but they ran it through Suno. Absolutely, thanks. all the time. All the time. Yo, show some love. Show some love, man. That is Soul Impact. I think it's Soul Impact. Let me see. I want to get the right name. Yeah, Soul Impact over on TikTok. But yeah, any style, any genre, any level of quality. I say this all the time, but within one live stream, we've gotten voice memos of people humming a melody in a Starbucks booth, and we helped them build chords over it. And then that same live, we had Grammy-winning producers. So it's going to be a huge, broad spread of quality, of level of preparedness, and level of credibility, as well as styles and genres and language and stuff like that. So this is not like biased towards one genre. It's like not all rock or all rap or all pop or R&B or anything like that. It's a huge variety because on the consultation side, we spend so much time getting into production and stuff like that. Now, obviously, this is this whole production itself was generated over the vocal that Soul Impact sang and then ran through it. I use AI to pitch to artists, so if you know any artists, let me know really quick, because I typically like to go back through it, Soul, and dive into the details of production and so on and so on. Let me know how I can help you, right? So as far as like you built this production structure, and then you separated it out in Logic and all that stuff, but built this production structure through Suno and then ran your vocals through it to get like an idea of melody so that you could pitch it to artists, so on and so on, right? Let me know what you feel like would be valuable as far as like how I can help you, being that there's a lot of that production structure that we are not going to have as much control over. Whether it's like song structure, pitchability even, but like the song structure, phrasing, stuff like that, let me know. Let me know. Okay, let's run it from the top, and we'll chop through a couple things really briefly, but yeah, let me know. Right. I ran the vocals through. But yeah, but let me know, because again, a lot of, unless you just wanted to play it so that people could hear it, and if they like what they're hearing, that they can reach out to you. If that's it, that's totally valid, and we can move on to the next artist, and we just tell people, hey, reach out if you feel like you could do vocals or something like this, and dig into it, 100%. Or if there's anything that you're like wanting me to try to help with or anything like that, of course, let me know. Let me know. Because I just want to make sure that you are getting out of this what you're wanting to get out of it. I can't lie. I've been seeing a lot of people submit Suno tracks on streams. Yeah, it's everywhere. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, y'all. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's inevitable at this point. It's always down the line. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about like structure then. I think that's the only thing. We can simplify it, right? I think the only thing that would be more beneficial to you, since this is how you built it out, is just talking about structure and melody and stuff like that. Caleb, thank you for tapping in. Appreciate you being here.
Morning coffee, start another day. full sail classes, learning my way. Got a lot of dreams running.
Thank you for the heart me.
My mind.
I would love, you know. Let me see. Let's go, Caleb. Thank y'all for the heart music, y'all. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, just listening for the structure here. So we have this really, again, we're pitching to artists. I would love to like tighten up vocal structure here a little bit. Right now it's very you know. It's very, very like drawn out. I would love to like tighten up those melodies a little bit, right? No matter how you're going about what you're doing, as far as like even just like the pitchability of this to an artist and be like, oh yeah, I could get on that song singing these melodies and these lyrics and putting them in this order. I would love for like better distinction of that that melody sort of. Whoops, don't do that. Like tighter melody. A little bit sharper with that would definitely help. Because right now I think it's like so legato. It's so like, you know, blended together. There's so much flow right there that it's just like harder to like know like what's like the melody structure, what's the exact thing, the exact timing, exact lyric, exact phrasing that you want people to sing with you. I think the more you can tighten that up, I think the better off that structure is going to be. It's going to be more palatable for people to listen to as well.
Truck, another DJ gig, I'm fired up. Might be a long road, that's all right.
Long road, that's all right. If we can, again, and this is not just on your vocal input, right? Of course, because I know that's a portion of this, you know, the effect that we're hearing here is the sliding of your own vocal and how that's run through. But just keep in mind that you are asking another artist to input themselves, right? To paste themselves onto this song, right? And so you want them to know to some extent. This is why people hire, like, you know, a lot of major artists, they hire demo vocalists for a reason. I work as a demo vocalist occasionally, where people will literally just hire me to be the placeholder of a song, right? I've done this for libraries. I've done this with some other producers where I'm literally just there to demo the song, right? So that when it is pitched to the artist, I got you. There's one, I got 30 minutes. I need to get up. Yeah, there's one ahead of you right now. But otherwise, that's it. And I'm going to move through this one pretty quick. Through this one pretty quick. Block, thank you for the follow. But again, you're pitching to people, so you want them to very easily be able to put themselves in the song, right? So if it's hard to distinguish what the melody is, it feels really drawn out. This is where I think it would be really beneficial for you, even if you're like, I think I'm a good writer, I'm a good lyricist, to still get a primary vocalist on the song, right? Whispering, welcome in. Still get, even if it's not the artist, get anyone to sing the song that is more of a vocalist if that's not your strong suit. And that will immediately elevate this and make it more palatable to an artist that you're pitching to, right? Because if the song is just either already too far done, where like the song is like, this just already feels like a record and there's no room for another vocal on there, that can be one of the problems with people that are generating AI. It's like, this is like a finished, mastered version of a song kind of. And so they're like, I can't even sing what this other vocalist is singing. They're singing like crazy stuff. That happens all the time. Someone will be like, I'm pitching metal songs to metal artists with my AI, and the vocalist is doing the most obnoxious thing you could possibly ever do with a vocal in a key that just doesn't even make sense. Like some male vocal that has a 7-octave range doing the craziest stuff in the world. Like that no one's going to buy that record, right? Because there's not even room for the vocalist on the song. The same kind of goes the other way, where it's like, if it's too hard for a vocalist to easily just be like, I have a voice that I feel like I could see in the song, it is going to be a barrier to people wanting to buy it or buy into it, right? So stuff like that of like clarifying your melodies, clarifying your structure is going to be really, really important, I think, for if you have any hope of pitching this to artists and country bands and stuff like that. All right, let's get into the main structure here really quick.
It's a pretty good life,
Now, in the structure of the hook here, I don't mind it nearly as much, right? But we need to come, if the whole song is bendy, right? And the whole song is like legato and portamento, like all of these like bends and slides and stuff like that, it will just feel drawn out and very slow. And so I want to make sure like we compartmentalize, maybe a little tighter on the verses, we smooth out the hook a little bit, tighter on the verse, a little smoother on the hook, right? A little more push and pull, I think will be really, really helpful. Vendor, I got you. And Vendor, I'll make sure, I'll go ahead and lock that in too. So Vendor's going to be next. It's going to be Vendor and Adonis. Vendor and Adonis up next.
I finally feel home, got a song on my mind, got a dream.
Because Vendor's got to go in like 10 minutes.
In my side.
I got you.
I ain't asking for much, just a little more time. No, I don't have it all, but what I've got feels right. Yeah, I'd say I'm living a pretty good life.
Like that hook is way more concise. So what you did on that hook, I want you to fine tune for every other structure of the song. Does that make sense? Like making sure like lyrics are concise, that the syllables are supported well, like you have this, similar counts and phrasing to make it catchy and repetitive without being boring and monotonous. The more that you can focus on like structure and making sure that there's like enough rigidity of the structure. It's not too out there and flowy and just run on sentences kind of. If it's a little bit more structured, a little bit better support for those different layers right there, it's going to be way more palatable. If you can do that, I can assure you, you'll get more interest in what you're doing. And I can promise you, if you want to really get into like pitching to artists and pitching to bands, you got to get your productions and that vocal structure in a place where they can see themselves in it. If you can do that, that's a huge step forward, And to be honest with you, I think you would be better off as a like executive producer and writer, and then you bring in a session acoustic player and vocalist and record acoustic demos at a high quality, no AI, really high quality acoustic and vocal demos. Just find two people you can work with consistently. It's one vocalist and one acoustic guitar player or pianist who can build you demo tracks, right? And be like, hey, I have these things lined up. I have this library, this. I'm going to be pitching to all of this stuff here. I'm going to be pitching. We're going to go to this. We're going to be looking for sync. We're going to be playlisting here. All of this stuff. You'll get points. You'll get splits. You'll get publishing. You'll get mechanical. All this stuff, right? We're going to split all of this. I need someone to help bring these ideas to life. I promise you, you'll get more connection to more vocalists, more artists, more producers, more session musicians wanting to be a part of what you're doing because they're the people that you're pitching to, all while bypassing their entire process. Does that make sense? You're like, I want to get this to musicians, all while bypassing the process of getting it to musicians. And so I think, in my experience, be better to just present your lyrics to someone. I think you just need to still demo real. Because I work with a lot of I've worked as a demo producer, and I also have worked with a lot of demo musicians and like session musicians and stuff like that. Every single one of them demos a certain way. And then, and anyone who is like producing trying to demo to artists with AI, it's not about, is it, ethically good or bad? That's not even necessarily what I'm talking about. It's more about what is like palatable and like what is something that's going to be like valuable to the people you're pitching to. You know what I mean? Like if you're like, I really want to get this to XYZ artist over here. What is going to be like the best method for them to be like, actually, that is a good song. I'll take it as my own and I'll pay you splits. That's what you're looking for. And I think if they come to a song where if you were to send this to an artist and there's already pre-written guitar, there's like guitar lines in the background, there's full solos, it's a full built-out production, there's all this stuff going on, there's just no room for anyone else. You know what I mean? Like this is very, very final as far as what you're presenting to people. So even just psychologically, they're just much less likely to want to like get onto that. Because now the artist is like, hey, now, in order for me to even just be anywhere close to what you're trying to present with the generated track, I need these like 15 session musicians, and I'm never going to be able to do that. That's very, very expensive. But if you're like, hey, I have these early demos, I make some of them with AI, I run my vocal through it, and you just work with a couple vocalists and a couple musicians to create basic acoustic high quality demos, it's way easier to take like an acoustic guitar and a vocalist, pitch it to someone, and then be like, actually, we could take acoustic guitar vocalist. Let's just add a kick drum, a tambourine, and a fiddle. And that's like a basic country record. That's way closer. That's a way closer feed than this like fully produced thing trying to get it to someone else. You know what I mean? There's just no room. So I would highly recommend working with people. There's people that will work for free. There's people that'll work for super, super cheap. And so that's, they can play the steel guitar. Dude, 100%. 100%. What's up, Panda? Welcome in. 100%. Dude, look on TikTok. There's people out there that just do it for fun. There's people out there all the time that just do music for fun and do random stuff. And so that's where I would lean, right? Find some people you can demo with, right? Find some people you can demo with. Your opportunities, yeah, 100%, Caleb. Your opportunities will go so much further. I promise you. Promise you. I know it feels faster to go this way, and you'll get more of the things that you're doing. You'll get more of the things that you're doing done. Like you're like, I'm going to get more demos out with way less impact and way less connection, way less actual interaction and engagement with your music than if you just started actually working with the musicians that are going to help you build what you're building, right? I've gotten paid as a collaborative writer where I didn't have a hand in the music at all. I worked with a country artist this last summer. I worked with him on an album, and we were on 3-hour Zoom calls every single day, songwriting and stuff like that. Where like I was in your position where I was like, I'm not even doing any of the music. They had producers, they had session musicians, and I just helped them with structure, helped them with executive production, helped them with songwriting and stuff like that collaboratively. And that was it. You know what I mean? And I think so like you can do stuff like that and bypass a lot of the stuff that you're already doing. But y'all show some love, man. My brain is too smooth to make the music I would want to make. It happens. That's probably a lot of creatives, to be honest. Y'all show some love. We got to get straight into this track because they got places to be. We got Dreaming by Vendor, but please show some love to Soul Impact. Soul Impact, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for the support. And man, if there's any way that we can help you on your journey of like finding people, let people know in the chat too. I think when you're promoting yourself, Vendor, I got you right here. Let people know exactly what you're looking for. It's not just, I want this to go to artists. That's going to go to a void. If you're more like, I am looking for a male country singer and someone who's halfway decent at acoustic guitar to help me with demos, to get to people, and you're specific with how you put yourself out there, you'll attract way more people, right? If you're just like, if I just told the internet, I was like, hey, I will make music for you. People will be like, what? You're like, okay, and lots of people too. But what I do is I post myself with my synths. A lot of what I do, like a lot of what I get hired for in session work is synthesis. So people hire me to play keys and piano and synths and stuff like that all the time. And the reason why is because I show people constantly that I play synths and what I have and the sounds that I make and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I've been looking for this kind of a sound on my song, and they hire me for it, right? So if you want people to buy your music, you want them to buy your songs and take them on as their own, get a really good representation of it with real people, man, you're going to be in a much hotter spot. Nate's in the building. What's up, Nate? After this song, it is 55 currently, after the song we're about to hear. Vendor's in the building, Dreaming. Let's get into it. Vendor, I'm playing it right now. Drop the details in the chat. Let me know what's going on. I know you got to run, so I'm going to try to move quick. Oh, yeah, I remember the song. I like this song a lot. I almost forgot.
Till this day, I've got dizzy eyes. I've spoken to the face, spoken to the dreamer.
I love that bass line, man.
I'm walking like the dreamer. Two ways they differ every time. I've been mature enough. I'm walking like a dreamer.
Did I already boost you, Tep, if you're still in here?
I'm talking like a dreamer.
I think I did. Beautiful.
Till this day, I've got dizzy light. I've spoken to the face, spoken to the dreamer. I'm walking like the dreamer.
Such a vibe, man. Such a vibe. Love following the melody with the electric in the back.
I'm talking like believer.
Beautiful. Link in my bio if you want to submit your music. Yeah, this is cool, man. I've heard this song before. This is one of the most recent versions I've heard. Love the space. Yeah. Like another hour and a half, something like that. Hour and a half, 2 hours. Love the synth line. Let's go, man. Let's get straight into it. I know you got to run quick, so let's dive in. Let's dive in. That is Dreaming by Vendor right here in the chat. You know I love this song, man. It's so good. Your melodies are beautiful. Really, really easy to listen to. Really, really easy to listen to. The structure's also interesting and engaging. I like it a lot, man. Let's talk briefly about vocals. Watch some of the brightness at the top of the vocal, and in tandem to that, some of your sibilants, S's, T's, C's, K's. They're a little bit slicey in the middle of the mix. If you have a de-esser on there, just catch that threshold or catch that frequency where you really need it to be pointed, as well as maybe I may add a de-esser. Yeah, I would encourage you to, just because right now it is a little bit slicey. So even if you're really subtle about it and your threshold is only knocking about 3 or 4 dB of gain reduction just to suppress it, right? Like I have a de-esser on my vocal, but it's like barely doing anything. So like my phrasing is still really clear. It's not like giving me a lisp or anything like that, but it's also not like slicing through the mix with horrible harshness. So I think something like that, where it's like you're getting just a little bit of sibilant control, lower that threshold a little bit or add one if it's not there at all, just because this whole production is really warm. It's really easy to listen to. It's chill. It's vibey. I love it so much. It's moody. I like it a lot. Your progressions are great. Your melodies are awesome. Your vocal structure is really cool. Excuse me. And so what I don't want to happen is all of this is really like warm and easy to listen to. And then there's like 1 or 2 little elements of the mix that are kind of harsh and abrasive, right? I want everything to feel warm and easy, right? So it's all cohesive. It's all under the same umbrella, so on and so on. Thank you for the dolphin. I appreciate that a lot. All right, let's, and thank you for the claps as well. The yes before, I appreciate that a lot as well. All right, let's run it from the top. Let's get into it. Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. I don't know what you mean by what about necessarily. Like what about music that wants to be dynamic and not killed flat with filters as the industry standard? That's not even, I wouldn't even necessarily say that's the industry standard. People talk about that. And I guess it depends on the genre, right? Like every genre is going to have a different approach to how they handle dynamics. Certain genres are going to be, leaning heavy on soft clipping and limiting in multiple stages, vast stages of compression, outboard and in the box, right? Like that's going to be different genre to genre and song to song. A lot of music in this genre, I feel like tends to be a bit more open, a bit more dynamic. There's a little bit more range as far as kind of your transitions in dynamics, so on and so on. Yeah, if you want to send in one, you definitely can. Line is at the link in my bio. Link in my bio, you can submit there. But yeah, this I would say that it really depends on the genre, right? It's going to be very like underground rap versus like alternative pop versus cinematic. Like listen to like scores from like Hans Zimmer, and they're like super, super quiet because the top range is incredibly, incredibly dynamic, right? And there's going to be a lot of nuance there, right? A modern EDM record versus something else, like a Kygo record versus Sabrina Carpenter is like pretty different as far as dynamic range goes, right? Vastly different stylistic choices, so on and so on. So anyways, I think it just depends. I don't think everything is slammed as much as people think it is. I think if you're a good mixer, if you're good at balancing your records and you're good at controlling dynamic range with the elements that you also produce with, good production paired with good engineering is going to create a very, very dynamic record, even without squashing the shit out of everything. You know what I mean? Just like 4 compressors on every single thing in there. And that's the thing is like a lot of people that are more amateur too, and at the top level. Don't get me wrong, and at the very, very top level, but also people that are earlier on. Let's say you're just like pulling splice loops over. Nothing wrong with that, right? People do it. Top records do it. Speaking of Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso was literally 2 splice loops and a bass. So it happens at the very top level too. But a lot of people pull over splice loops and stuff like that are already quadruple compressed, right? It's like a guitar loop. It's a guitar loop off of splice that's already been compressed 3 times, and then they drop it into FL Studio, compress it like crazy again, send it to an instrument bus, compress it like crazy again, send it to their master, squash it, soft clip it, limit it. Like this thing has been compressed 9 times by the time it gets to like Spotify, right? And so I think it's really important to try to maintain your own, understanding of dynamic range and listen with your ears for what you're trying to get out of something, not just assume it needs some process that everyone's using, right? Don't just assume tuning and compression and EQ just because I should probably add these plugins, right? If it sounds good, then it's probably doing what it needs to do. 100%. First time here, looking forward to it. Thank you so much. Is it Dead Spark? I almost said Dead's Park, which is a little darker of a name. I mean, that's a pretty moody name regardless, but Dead's Park and Dead Spark are 2 very different names. But thank you so much for tapping in on YouTube. I appreciate you being here. Okay, Bender, let's get it.
I've spoken to the face, spoken to the dreamer.
A little bit harsh. I think subtle control there. Subtle control of like 5K, 5,500. But besides that, I really like how just warm and easy and soft this feels, right? Which is why I don't want anything slicing through. I still want it to be dynamic, hence what we were talking about, but harshness wise. I don't want this to be like even and mellow and easy, and then a really harsh, T randomly slicing through the mix and be like, it's a little bit abrasive.
2 ways they differ every time. I've been mature.
Oh, that's your dad? Yeah, they were in here.
Walking like a dreamer.
I think they still are. I still see them in the list.
I'm talking like a dreamer.
Beautiful. I haven't heard their music yet, though. But I've seen them in the chat. Oh, this is beautiful. I love it. I love this build up. I love this space. Come on. Beautiful.
Till this day I've got this light. I've spoken to the face, spoken to.
Yeah, and I think softening some of that brightness, though, again, very warm mix. The thing that I always try to tell people is like, listen for what you're competing with in the mix. It can really help you determine what needs to be separated and what needs better distinction and clarity in the mix. Like you have, again, a very warm, these are like soft, dead drums, easy guitar licks, reverbs, choruses, right? It's a very easy dynamic on the production. So you're not fighting with a lot here. Now, until things get really, really big, of course, then we're stacking this, right? Like we're stacking vocals, we're a bunch of reverb on those on the high end and stuff. There's more melodies that are coming to play, sure. Then we're competing with more. But on these early verses and these low sections here, you're not competing with a whole lot. So you don't need this really bright push on the vocal in order to like cut through. Your vocal's plenty hot in the mix, right? So keep that in mind when you have a really easy, like listen, and again, this is obviously not a good comparison to what you're doing, but conceptually it is. Listen for like a lot of Billie Eilish's vocals, especially on her more mellow, softer dynamic music, where it's like a little bit deader, it's a little bit drier, dark analog synthesis, pads and real strings and dead drums and stuff like that. Listen to some of those records and listen to how dark the vocals are. They're like super dark, right? Like almost annoyingly dark. Like there's so mellow. Now she's typically using a 251, it's a very bright microphone. Before that was a 103, a very bright microphone. And so that helps, right? And especially recording with a very close proximity, you get a lot of that tone, you get a lot of expression from the mic. But even in your situation, in a similar vein, different, but similar. You're not competing with a lot. You have an easy to listen to production. You don't need to crank anything. You don't need to over compress anything. You don't need to over brighten anything for that vocal to feel like it's on top of the mix. So feel free to soften, even subtly. I'm not talking about making major changes, but if you're at 6 dB at 10K on a high shelf on your lead vocal EQ or something like that, maybe dial it back down to 3. That alone will help soften some of the top end of your sibilant range that's cutting through the mix a little bit more. Maybe add a de-esser that just notches it down at like 45 to 5,000 hertz, like 3 dB. Nothing crazy, nothing dramatic. We're just like softening the performance of the vocal and kind of gluing it back to the warm production so it doesn't feel like warm, easy production, bright, powerful vocal, and then other vocals come in and they're warm and they're easy and reverberated too. But everything feels very connected and very cohesive. Thank y'all for the follows. I appreciate that. All of those little counters in there, beautiful. Sounds good, Oscar. Appreciate it. Now here we're competing with a bit more. I think that I think that's new in there as well, right? Yeah, got you. Like the tone of the bass, where the bass is actually sitting in relationship with the percussion, I think is awesome. That's a good core of this production. I think for me, this is all going to be about how you like balance and keep that vocal kind of under control in these different sections of the song. And this is where some of your automation is going to come in, how you balance it, how you process it, right? Because there's other moments of the song that are super, super, dry and really dead, where there's largely nothing going on. I mean, especially like in here. Right, this is simple as hell. A little bit of reverb on the vocal, but everything else is fairly dry. What's up, Fallon? Fairly dry. And then we have other moments that are here. There's a lot more energy in the production. It's much more broad. There's a lot more wash. And so in this portion of the song, you might need to like automate the vocal up a dB and a half. You might need to like make some room for some stuff. But this is where I want you to get really intentional with how you balance and mix and automate and stuff like that before it gets, finalized and mastered and whatever. Make sure that everything is like really, really controlled and you're following the dynamics of the song. I think if you can do that, man, I don't think you're far off with this record at all. Melrose in the building. What's up, Melrose? Welcome in. I don't think you're far off. We just smooth it all out. So like here, now the vocal starts to dive back because there's all of this high end. Now there's all this new information. So now the vocal is kind of falling back here. So what I would do is warm, control, and push, right? Control your dynamics, control sibilance, as it cuts through, and then push, right? So that we can maintain clarity with that vocal, but we're not, because right now, if you were to just push that vocal forward, it would just get more harsh, right? We would just hear that sibilance 3 dB louder in the mix. So that's why I want you to control where you can, soften where you can, saturate where it makes sense to kind of fill in those harmonics, and then automate where that vocal kind of comes in and out of the mix subtly, very, very subtly. I would love in this last section here, just my taste. You absolutely do not have to do this. Of course, it's your song. But on this last little section right here, I would love to like open it up largely. This is just a normal song, nothing special. What I would love to hear is emptying out some of the texture in the background right there, like maybe taking the sample out or taking one of the other elements out and it just being like bass and drums and like lead vocal or something, like emptied out quite a bit. So it feels like it's a more dramatic, you propose a fabulous song, but you don't put it. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. If you submit, you submit. You'll submit in line. The line goes top to bottom. We go in order. You can move around that line if you want to. You can go faster if you want to. But that you submitting and you getting listened to is completely up to you. I'm just going top to bottom on my list. But when it comes to like the last little dynamic here, it's like half fallen out. So like half of the dynamics. I don't know. Maybe you're going to lose your mind if you listen to it. I mean, I don't lose my mind to much. I don't put a whole lot of weight on people's like aims at impressing with music because it's such a subjective art form. But I would love to listen to it. I mean, I don't know what, like, I listen to a lot of great music. Whether like on this live stream, but just like in general and stuff that is out there. So if you think it's impressive, that's just not what this live stream's about though. This live stream's like not about like trying to be as impressive as possible. That's not kind of the format of it. So it's not going to matter that much to me. Okay, I want to back up this section right here. Like maybe there's some ways that we can reel this in a little bit and make it feel a little bit tighter. Like fade out of those guitars almost immediately. Maybe take the again, obviously up to you, but take like the vocal sample out and let it go to like just kind of drum break at the very, very end. And then open up this last little section here. So dynamically, it feels, like it's more dramatic of a change. Right now, it's like a small stair step down. Try it out. Yeah, try it out. Small stair step down, but it only feels like half the things have kind of left, but half of them are still kind of all there. And so it doesn't quite dynamically shift and open up a lot. But if you make it pretty obvious that we just went from like vocal and drums kind of, that's a more dramatic shift with it, doo-doo-doo-doo, like what just a little bass pops on the right side. It's a more dramatic shift dynamically that might just make it more engaging, more interesting to listen to. And then if you are going to come back in, which of course you can, it's more dramatic when that happens too. The more you like tighten up this breakdown, the more impactful it is when the drum, when the bass walks back in and fills in again, right? So the more dynamics you can push from there, the more impactful it's going to feel. Yeah, I love it. I love Ender's work. Great melody following with the background synths and everything there too. Y'all show some love to Vendor. Thank you for your patience, man. I know you had to run quick there, but man, thank you so much for sending this in, man. I've heard this song before. Is it Melee? Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I've heard this song before, man. Obviously, you're a talented writer. Your understanding of melody and just structure, I think, is fantastic. It's just your music is very easy to listen to. It's very, very easy to listen to, man. I enjoy it a lot. So I think if we can just polish the things that make it feel like it's too slicey, right? Like when it's like they're jumping out of the production too far, not just dynamically, but just like whether it's harshness, whether it's like too isolated in the mix. Like if we can start to glue this mix together, that's what I really want to focus on for you. It's like, let's glue this together. Let's make it feel like it's one entity all working together on a common vision to make the song what it is. You're going to be in a great spot, man. I'm not worried about it. Y'all show some love. Show some love. That's the family Vendor right here in the chat. Go follow them. They got a bunch of amazing music coming out very, very soon. So definitely show some love and support to the family. We got Adonis in the building. Adonis, hop in the chat. Hop in the chat. We got Daniel. We got Dom. We got Let's Chill. We got Melee, I see you in the chat as well. Thank you so much for your submission. And Orange43, I see y'all as well. If you do want to submit your music, it is all at the link in my bio. We'll be on for a good chunk of the next song. I'm going to try to get to as many as I possibly can today. All right, we got Adonis in the building. This is See or No. This is Yes or No. Let's get it. Inspired by Spider-Man and MJ in the new movie. I haven't seen it yet, so is this giving me spoilers? I don't even know if I'm sure I'll see it at some point. I see Marvel movies 3 years late every time. They come out with so many movies that I inevitably like wait 3 years to see them and I just have to like marathon for a day to like catch up on what's happening. And lock it. I know. No spoilers in the song. Okay, but let's get into it. I know I got to lock in, but that's what happens. It's like, and they just announced 7 more movies. I'm like, fuck, I'm already so far behind. How am I supposed to catch up? I need more time. I need more time in the day. And also here's the thing. I know, fuck. I need my soundboard. Fuck. Here's the thing though, is that like half of the movies suck too. And that's what's annoying is like some of them are like, they're pretty well done and they're good. And they're such a crazy, story and stuff like that. And then half of them are super cheesy and kind of suck, but you have to wade through the cheesy and kind of suck to make sense of the story on the good ones. And that's the other thing. I don't have time for the suck. And so I'm trying to figure it out, man. I'm trying to figure it out. Anyways, that's way besides the point. Soon make a song that spoils Spider-Man. Dude, someone's gonna submit that in the chat, and it's just like the bullet points of like every Marvel movie, just 7 minutes of like ending scenes. Okay, let's get into it. This is See or No by Adonis. Let's get it, man. If there's anything in particular you want me to focus on, let me know. I know you're working with a newer engineer lately. The last song that you sent in, I don't know if it's the same engineer. The last song that you sent in was a huge jump in quality. A huge jump in quality. Let me know if you're still with them or you're doing something different. But yeah, give me some context. This is the same engineer. Beautiful. Let's go. It's time. Okay, cool. Just off the 2-track.
Deseo los tiempos de antes, ahora está muy distante. Como que no me amas.
Hey, Hyper Puppy.
Sí o no, no me arrojes este vacío, es fácil, dímelo. Eres mi cielo, quiero darte todo, darte sí o no. No quiero ser un parásito ni tóxico.
Melrose got you, appreciate you, man.
Nosotros es orgánico, no es plástico. Eres mi MJ y yo soy tu Spider-Man.
Alexis, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that.
Ni un toque te pudo recordar. Bebé, si te quise en otra vida fuimos más, pero en esta vida no te puedes soltar. Ya que no estés aquí me siento normal. Bebé, si te quise en otra vida
What's up, Bruno? Welcome in.
pero en esta vida no te puedes soltar. Ya que no estés aquí me siento normal. Sí o no, no me arrojes este vacío, es fácil, dímelo. Eres mi cielo, quiero darte todo, darte sí o no. No quiero ser un parásito ni tóxico. Lo de nosotros es orgánico, no es plástico. Porque estás con él.
What's up, Soul Street? Good to see you, man.
Tú conoces el hombre bajo mi máscara. Ayer among close friends.
What's up, man? So good to see you. Thanks for tapping in.
It's
been a while.
Te extraño más.
Yeah, any genre, absolutely. Any level of preparedness. People send demos, people send final, works in progress, voice memos. Absolutely anything. Let's go, Adonis. What's up, Brandy? Welcome in. Thank you for the rose, Rock. Appreciate it. Y'all show some love. Give it up on time. Give it up on time. That is Adonis. See or no. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Right off the bat, link in my bio. Link in my bio. You will see 2 lines. And those 2 lines, and I'll probably close the free line here in just a minute, just because it'll get a bit crazy. It does after a while. But if you go to the link in my bio. People are y'all live hopping? It's like you'll see like the same people coming through like different lines. Like, hey, I just saw you and whoever else's line. But anyways, it's all at the link in my bio. You'll see a free line there if that's what you're looking for. Of course, that line does get crazy. We usually have anywhere from like 40 to 50 people over there, just depending on the live stream, so on and so on. And then, of course, there's the consultation line, which is easier for you to move around. Obviously, much more likely to get heard. But let's get into it, man. Let me know what you think on outro idea too. I was thinking some voicemail or some chopped up reverb vocals. Okay, yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's run it from the top. Feeling is great. Really quick bullet point just off the bat. I would love a small... Oh, damn. Okay. So I guess I'll say it because I'm hearing it and it's what's in front of me. We're listening to it. But I guess technically you can ignore this because this is not the production that you'll have in the near future because the exclusive was sold. Sorry that happened. Obviously proud of the producer. They made some money. That's great. Supporting my producers as well. But I'm also sorry that that you don't have this anymore. Hopefully you can get it made, in a reasonable amount of time as well. The thing I was hearing in this particular mix is a trade-off between really bright percussion and production structure and a more dark, mellow vocal. The contrast between the two made the vocal feel muddy and the beat feel really, really really punchy and really, really driven, almost brittle and bright at the top end. So in this particular context, I would love to darken the beat a little bit, not push the high end so much on the wave. Of course, this is built off the 2-track. And then on your vocal, open up some of that top end to trade some of that energy. So your vocal cuts through clean and the beat isn't harsh. But of course, if that's not what this beat is going to be, keep that in mind when you start mixing the second production that you're working on. That way you can just kind of keep that in mind. I just don't want it, I want it punchy and I want it to drive. I really, especially in the genre, I want it to slice. I want it to really, really cut through, especially kick and snare. It's so vital, right? Having that kick and snare in that rhythm is so vital to, to the whole feeling of this genre. So I want that to be there. I just don't want it to be harsh. I don't want it to kick and boom, boom, boom. And I don't want it to feel too harsh or abrasive in the middle of the mix. Okay, let's run it from the top. And then we'll talk about outro.
Los tiempos de antes, ahora está muy distante. ¿Cómo que no me amas? Si yo no me arrojes este vacío, es fácil, dímelo. Eres mi cielo, quiero darte todo, darte sin yo.
Your actual vocal structure, fabulous though. The dun, 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 dun. That vocal, it's catchy as hell. Great repetition. It's a great loop right there on the vocal. Lock that in. That as your structure for your hook, absolutely gold. Especially built under a good quality production, balanced where that vocal sits right over the top. It feels sharp. It feels punchy. It's got body to it. That's gonna be such a great hook. That's very catchy. That's great structure. It's great movement right there. Love it.
No quiero hacerlo
I don't obviously know most of the lyrics of this, but most of it, I know very, very little Spanish, but even just I feel like I know half of it just because of your melody consistency. I feel like I can feel the energy of the song so quickly because my brain's not having to work very hard to feel the energy of the song. And that's so vital. That's no matter what the genre or the language of the song is, being able to feel the energy of a production and the energy of a vocal performance and stuff like that is so vital. And I think sometimes if there's not a lot of effort put into that structure, that's where you lose people, right? And this is great repetition, great pattern, great format for the vocals right there. Love that. Absolutely love it. I'll be interested to hear it over a fresh production because I know this is not the one you'll have. So the context of how that feels is going to be different, but I have no doubts it's going to be great. Absolutely, 100%. If you want to submit your music, it's at the link in my bio.
Eres mi MJ y yo soy tu Spider-Man. Nunca pensé que te olvidaría.
Yeah, cue's always long. You can skip it, you can move it, but there's no pressure. Yeah, the cue's pretty much going to be long most every day. I would say there's typically overall between the lines, there's anywhere from 40 to 70, depending on the live, 40 to 70 submissions. People move around it, people skip it, so on and so on, but it's pretty much always there. So it really just depends on when you come in. Depends on when, being number 1 versus number 37 is it's going to be a pretty broad difference in timing. And it also depends on the line that you're submitting and so on and so on. But yeah, it is. Do you ever do random draws? Yeah. So over the course of the live, we'll try, depending on how fast people are going, because what will happen is some people are skipping or they're sending in more because they have to go now. They're like, hey, I have to go to work in 20 minutes. So they're trying to go now. And so for that, I can't bounce back too far because I want to prioritize making sure that because the consultations that we do, a big bulk of what we do on the live stream is 20 to 30 minute consultations. So those are multiple, that's what we're doing right now. Multiple times through the song, deep dives into the music. That could be about mix, production, sound design, lyric and song structure, mastering, whatever it is. We're going to get into the details of it. On those 20 to 30 minutes, those we prioritize really digging into it. But I will try to dip down if I have time to. If people aren't too rushed, I'll try to just go into the free line for a second and pull a couple people out. A lot of those people dip, so there's a higher chance. There might be 40 people there, but there might only be 13 of them that are actually still here in the live because people just blast their songs to the algorithm and just hope that someone plays them and people like it. So there's a chance that 15 of the 22 people in here are actually people that are there hanging out for their song, and a lot of others they've already dipped, they've already jetted. So it doesn't mean it always is as heavy as the line looks, and again, that's different different live to live. Yeah, no worries at all. Not a problem at all. Yeah, I pause all the time. This is a very like chill live format. This is not like fast moving. It's a show. We're grind. Like I like to talk to y'all. I like to answer questions. People randomly be like, what mic are you using? Or what are those headphones? Or what, we'll just like randomly talk about stuff and answer questions. So no worries about interrupting. I interrupt myself. ADHD is strong. And so it's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. Okay, let's keep it rolling. Yeah, it's chill. It's chill. I'm not here trying to create the best, whatever, like this is not supposed to be a TV show. It's very information heavy, you know what I mean? Like it's very much so focused on like the song itself and the structure of the song itself. So for that reason, it tends to be softer. Okay.
Pero en esta vida no te puedes soltar, ya que no estés aquí me siento normal. Decirte que en otra vida fuimos más, pero en esta vida no te puedes soltar, ya que no estés aquí me siento normal. Sí o no.
I mean, again, a lot of your vocal structure, hopefully you're able to keep a lot of your vocal structure for the next beat that you're working on. I would hope that you can largely keep all, if not most of it. I like the automation in your formant shifts and stuff like that. I think we can bolster the production leading up in those breakdowns. But yeah, it'll be the same. Perfect. Yeah, because a lot of what you're doing vocally, I can really appreciate. It's very consistent.
No me arrojes de vacío, es fácil, dímelo. Eres mi cielo, quiero darte todo.
Thank you for the follow. Yeah, link in my bio.
No quiero ser un parásito ni tóxico.
Yeah. One thing I would like to hear, I'm glad you're redoing the production. Morris, thank you so much for the follow. All of y'all following, I appreciate y'all a lot. One of the things I would like to hear is, excuse me, it's such a big, again, the production is going to be replaced, but in the process of replacing it, you get a little bit better control over dynamics, which is good. One of the things that you'll notice here is coming out of this hook, going into another verse, or maybe like bridge / verse right here on the outro, or not full outro, but going into the last hook, is you still have a lot of your like high arpeggios, which are like really, really sharp, like sawtooths at the top of the mix. They're great. I like what they're doing. I like the way that they sound, but they are restricting your like dynamic range. There's parts of this here towards the end that I wish maybe we removed those arpeggios and came stronger down with like the drums and the bass and lower elements with the vocal. I think because these high-end elements stay there like the whole time, towards this middle section, kind of towards the end, it doesn't allow the dynamics to come down too far. Right? They just kind of always feel big. They always feel fairly heavy. It's like all this. There's like all of these really bright synths in the background, still in the background. You can tell there's a small shift in dynamics, but not really dramatically. I think the more you kind of polish those parts of the structure, the more intentional and more dynamic this part of the song will feel. If it's still really bright and really, really like heavy and really there's a ton of presence in the mix, then it just won't feel like much is changing. You'll go back to the mix, but it won't, or back to the hook, and it won't really matter that much, so on and so on. The folk drum, 100%. Yeah, link in my bio if you want to submit. And then outro here, let's figure out real quick. Thank you for the follow. Casino, appreciate it. I want to hear what's happening here real quick. I would probably just do another hook because you have a bit of a break from here. Because you have like an outro, since there's no hook essentially on the outro, you're kind of like ending on a verse, right? Or like ending on a bridge sort of. So you don't really get the bookend of a last hook to kind of like solidify the song, right? We have like a hook and then we step down to like an outro bridge or an outro verse here, and then it kind of ends from there. So we do lose a little bit of steam and we lose some of the repetition. Honestly, if you want to bookend it a little bit stronger and keep the structure a little bit more defined, I would just do one more hook at the very end when it's fading out. So Dude, in my opinion, I would just go full hook. I don't even necessarily, unless you want it to be more, it's like, reggaeton, but kind of hyper pop-ish, like if you want some of that in there, then sure, you can chop it up. I kind of just want a hook because I want the catchiness of it. I want the repetition of it right there. So for me, if you just went straight back into, like change your vocal texture a little bit, like maybe just softer, because most of it is very pointed, right? It's dun 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 dun, right? It's like it's very sharp. Yeah, more calm. If you just like chill it all out. Or whatever, and you fade out right there. You can fade that out early. You can fade it out with the vocals, or cut as is. You're only at 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes is plenty fast for a song. So I'm not worried about your length. I'm not worried about like how much time you spend on that stuff right there. But in my opinion, I would do full hook. Full hook, calmer voice, calmer production. Let the dynamic shift a little bit right there. Let the dynamic shift right there at the end. So this feels like it does have a bookend, right? Because we start with a strong, intro and then a strong hook, strong verses and hooks in between, but then we end kind of in an awkward dynamic where we're like half dynamic verse and then nothing. So I think if we do go back into a hook, it will help just like finalize the song. It'll have a better resolution at the end by having one more hook and a low dynamic and a different vocal, texture and not necessarily register, because your register will be the same, but just different support for the vocal to be a little bit softer, a little bit chiller. I think that will help kind of structure things in a way that feels a little bit more cohesive and doesn't kind of leave it, leave you hanging at the very end. I left it empty because at first I thought I would do like a voicemail. Yeah. And in my opinion, gut reaction to hearing that is that would just feel, it would be because you're filling. And I think you can tell as the listener sometimes that people are filling as well. Now, I love a good voicemail in a song as much as the next person, if that's what you're going for. But I think if you're filling and you're just kind of doing something extra right there, it'll kind of feel that way. And it won't be like a valuable part of the song. You know what I mean? Unless you're just really, really, really intentional with it. I think you got to be really precise with how you execute those. In my opinion, it would be way more valuable for the listener. Like it would be more valuable for someone who's wanting to become a fan of your music to hear more of the music, more of the hook, more of the main identity of the song than an extra voicemail at the end. In my personal opinion, I think if you can do choppy if you want to do choppy, but definitely bring in one more hook because it really needs that. It really, really needs that structure right there. Y'all show some love, man. Show some love. Ego Kills Talent, Sublimated, the best sound of the night. I just submitted in the free queue. Okay, got you, Tep. Got you. I was waiting for it earlier. I got you, man. Y'all show some love to the family. That is See or No by Adonis. Amazing, man. Love what you do. You're so talented, man. That hook is gold. Probably one of the better hooks I've heard from you. So catchy, ridiculously catchy. Once you get all of that locked in, once you get a fresh production on it, you're gonna be smooth, man. It's gonna be great. I'm excited for you. Y'all show some love to Adonis. They have a ton of music out on platforms. It's fantastic. Go stream it. Go like it. Go show it some love and support. So on and so on. Yeah, sorry, got into a political conversation outside while smoking some green is the funniest sentence, dude. That's so fire. I love it. I love it. All right, let me get you up there, Tep, and I got you a boost as well, man. I think you sent in 15, right? You sent in 15. Let me see. That's so funny. I love that. It's fire. All right, let me see here real quick. Okay, let me see real quick. I can pull it up. I got you. I think it was the last one, right? So let me just open up this session really quick and see where you were at. And I can close some of these out too. 25. Got you. I got you. So let me boost you as well. Boom. Close that out. I got you right here. Yeah, you should be set. Boom. All right, you got 30 on the board. I appreciate you. I pulled you in. And And you're next, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. We've got Tep No in the building. Ceilings and Pills. A song that was fully produced and programmed by me. A song about feeling numb in life because of antidepressants will be released on Friday, which is in 2 days. Let's go. Yeah, perfect timing, Tep. Perfect timing. Actually, technically, the X5 pushes you, right? Anytime that I boost it, it pushes it up a little bit. So yeah, perfect, man. This is Ceilings and Pills. Let's run it.
All lives crumbling inside of me. My hope is
He's like, speaking of.
Ceilings and pills can make me sleep. Obviously, I'll be fucking numb. Be fucking numb. I'll be fucking numb to everything and everyone. I'll be fucking numb. Be fucking numb.
Chill.
Can't be deceived and can't be the one. Yeah, I'll be fucking numb.
Ooh. Yuri, thank you so much for the claps. Appreciate it. Oh, that got heavy.
I'll be fucking numb to everything and everyone. I'll be fucking numb. Fucking numb.
Ooh. Tep No. Tep No, Tep No.
I can't be deceived, no, I can't be the one.
Heavy. Heavy. The 500 million stream man.
Damage.
Thank you for the heart meme.
Enough for me. I can manage to live and sink my teeth.
And they did everything.
Ceilings and pills can make
The shift to the hook is so dynamic.
Obviously, I'm not counting sheep.
Really cool vibe, man.
Yeah, I'll be fucking numb.
Hey,
Be fucking numb. I'll be fucking numb. Everything and everyone.
I like actually the breakup from the clipping too. It's really heavy, but it's a nice crunch at the bottom of the mix.
Be fucking numb. I'll be fucking numb. No, I can't be deceived. No, I can't be the one. Yeah, I'll be fucking numb.
The format shift is such a great shift in the energy of the vocal.
I'll be fucking numb. Everything.
Great side chain. Subtle pump.
I'll be fucking numb.
It is, for a little bit longer.
Be fucking numb. I'll be fucking numb. I can't be deceived. Can't be the one.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Y'all show some love. Show some love. Let's get straight into it. I'm going to try to move at a good pace. Try to move a little bit fast, y'all. Song runs a little bit long to me. It's all good. Yeah, I don't mind the length, if anything, because I really like the breakdown. The breakdown for me, like obviously because of, we've talked about language versus not language in your song, and there's going to be some differences in what is placeable versus not placeable for that reason, as you're very well aware. But for me, this is the kind of song that's going to do much better socially than it is going to be like placement wise, right? Like this is something that's going to, like, on social media, this is going to be that target, right? And so I think if you're focusing more on the content of it, the feeling, the aesthetic, getting other people to use this as their sound on their own content versus this is going to hit satellite, obviously there's going to be limitations to that, and barriers to sync and stuff like that. But it can still go crazy. It can still go crazy on social media. So for me, this is all about where I feel like it feels long subtly. It's not It's 3.5 minutes. It's not a long song. Thanks for the follow, y'all. It's not a long song, but where it feels longer is the verses. It's just the lower register of the voice and the lower dynamic there. That's where it starts to feel a little bit longer. But even then, it's not very long. Even then, it's not very long. If there was anything, though, I think people are going to find the hook to me. Like, that part of the song right there. Yeah. Even then, man, it's not, nothing crazy. I mean, not any longer than any normal song. It would just be if you want this to be a 2.5 minute, short, concise, choppy song that's like made for something specific. But beyond that, be a song number 1 of an EP. Yeah, I got you. Like, I gotta skip back to 29th. Yeah, line is always modular. Line is always modular. If people are moving around, they're skipping, they're cutting around and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, it's about your music, Luca. About your music. So if you're a producer, artist, musician, session worker, you're a engineer, songwriter, vocalist, whatever it may be, that's what this is about. So if you're wanting to submit, it's at the link in my bio. I will be closing the line soon, so just keep that in mind. But let's get into it. Let's get into it. This is Ceilings and Pills by Tep No. But yeah, once you get into the breakdown, there's like a healthy level of, for any other song, it might be too much, but there's a healthy level of clipping that's happening on the production when the bass kicks in. You have a heavy sub bass. When that kicks in, there is a fair amount of clipping, but I like it. Like in this context, it works because it just feels like really, really tight. It's broken up just a little bit. You get a little bit of rattle from the bass as well. I like the way that it crunches up right there. It's nice. It sounds good. Let's run it from the top. Yeah, but for me, this is going to be all about you pushing this hook like crazy. This is all about the hook. Like I feel like this hook is bigger than the song. So if this hook does well for you, man, you're gonna be good to go. Straight into the vocal too. Great. Like the verses are good. There's parts of them where I'm like, there's parts of even like the noise inputs that you're having. Is this with your dynamic or with a condenser? I'm curious if it's the preamp boost that's also creating some of that noise, whatever, but you hear more of the gating. You hear, it's less disguised, right? It's less disguised. And once you get into the hook, that vocal can really, really shine in the rest of the production structure. When it's really, really quiet and dry, you hear more of the gating. You hear, more about some of these other little elements that are happening in the background. Yeah, probably the effects on it. It's like more compressed. So you're boosting up some of that lower information and stuff like that. So on the verses, I just think there is more polish that could happen. So that's why I'm like, when you go to promote this and push this is all about the hook. The verse, people will still like the verses. They'll still like the melodies. It is very repetitive. It is very consistent. That's fine. I mean, whatever. I'm not too worried about that. I think the hook is going to be where it's at. You really know a lot about music. Thank you, Rock. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been working in music for a long time. I appreciate that a lot. All right, let's keep it rolling.
My hope is decent enough to bleed.
A little low end mud, little 100 to 300 hertz. You can check the line at the link in my bio. Same place you submit. Exactly. And so that's why like half of what I'm saying, I'm kind of like, here's the thing I hear, but this is kind of happening in the low end, but right? Because there's not a lot of pressure on holistically the song being perfected. Right? Like this is not for a major placement. This is not for a major prompt. This is, you know what I mean? Like I use new songs to promote my music, right? Like you use all of your new stuff as just like funnels to who you are and like funnels to the other things that you do that hopefully every couple thousand people that hear something of yours and it's all a little bit different, they'll fall in love with the other 500 songs that you have, right? And so I think that's why I'm a little less like this has to be this because this is where you're promoting it. I'm a little looser on that because the context of the song is different and where the song is going and what you're trying to get out of the song is different. This is not supposed to be your hit pop song that transforms your life. You already have that. Like you already have that and know how to replicate that. 156 songs of mine were used to train AI. I know I checked and none of mine have been pulled. Probably because none of them are doing anything. But yeah, man, it's crazy. That's crazy. 156 to have 156 songs to train is wild. But yeah, you can tell, man, because there's a lot of go for it. There's a lot that in this genre that people are trying to do for like cheap, like artlist IO stuff. You know what I mean? Like where they're trying to just like get like cheap sync placements and like licensing deals and stuff like that. And they're just like, they're just blasting it. They're just blasting stuff like this. So it makes sense that yours was trained because you have 500, almost 600 million streams. So in the like chill house space, yep, I've heard it on some Netflix shows, facts. Like because you're in the chill house genre, the lo-fi, like really like, simple, easy listen stuff, and you do have almost 600 million streams doing that, it's valid that they would pull from that because you have a lot of those smaller placements and a lot of usage in that. So that, it makes sense. It makes sense. But for me, if I were to talk practically, noise, gating, and low-end mud. Easy. That's 30 seconds of EQing and adding NS1, and you're done. Boom. Greetings from Brazil. Rock, I appreciate you tapping. I appreciate it. So that's like the practical side as far as like where this will feel lower fidelity. You know what I mean? But that to me is very small section versus what really matters in the song, again, being the hook.
I'll be fucking numb.
Easy.
Be fucking numb.
I would also, you don't have to do this, I would love a delay of the vocal like every other time, not all the time, not some blanket thing, but like every other time, automated filter, like H delay, filter delay, in line with the delay of the synth, like every other line. So like, let me back this up here. You had a delay before, so
I'll be fucking numb.
try here.
Be fucking numb.
No.
I'll be fucking numb.
Try.
Everything
Or whatever, going into the next section.
Everyone.
One, boom.
I'll be fucking numb.
You don't have to. And again, this is stylistic too. All right, these are very stylistic. So if you listen to it, you're like, you know what? I'm fine. I'm fine with it where it's at. I kind of enjoy the movement that it has right there. Don't even worry about it. You know what I mean? That's very subjective. Very, very, very subjective. So if you like the clarity of it, especially let's imagine a world in which you do clarify your low mids, 100 and 300 hertz, a little boomy right there, and you soften it a little bit. You clean up some of that noise. If you do that, and you feel like you want the space that it offers, then boom, you're good. Versus if you want, once you clarify mud and low end, you feel like the vocal feels too tight and dry, then you might want to wet it up a little bit with some delay, so on and so on. And this had delay in the vocals. Yeah, if you're gonna have a delay on there, I would take the time to automate it. You should make people join your live stream, by the way. We have done that and tried it, and it was very unsuccessful. So we stopped even trying doing it. We were going to do that, and we tried it for a little bit, and it just whatever. The community, you see how chaotic. I can click and join and start. Yeah, 100%. Maybe we'll do that again. Or like past a certain tier, or you know what I mean, or something like that. Where like at a certain level, because otherwise it just gets chaotic really, really fast. And you already know how long I take. It gets chaotic really fast, and so I'm like, maybe if you like past this level, you can come on and like do like an interview on or something like that, and that'd be interesting. I'm also trying to keep in mind Twitch and YouTube, which it wouldn't show up over there when we're live, so it wouldn't be in the VOD, so it'd be kind of random. Anyways, all that stuff I'm like randomly trying to figure out. But let's get into the hook here. That's not a big deal though. It's not a big deal. I'm not worried about it.
Can't be deceived and can't be the one. Yeah, I'll be fucking numb.
If you are, you don't have to. I like the heaviness, but watch some of the heavy sub. Don't take this last. If you already say that, I'm like, maybe we'll try. Maybe we'll try. I mean, we're always trying to find ways to improve it and streamline things and stuff like that, because my ADHD will just beat me up so bad, just like doing too many different things. But you know, maybe it would help make things more concise, because I ask a question, I get an answer right there. You know what I mean? Like, so maybe we'll try it again. If y'all would appreciate that, y'all can let me know in the chat too. If y'all would appreciate like when your song is played that you're on, like you join a box and you hop on, we can figure that out. But I gotta. If you feel like it would be worth it. Okay, let's get into this section here. If you are, yeah, exactly, like at a certain tier or something like that, you can hop on for like an interview, right? Like we can do a whole back and forth for 30 minutes and really dig into it. Okay, but really quick, if you end up, again, you don't have to, but if you end up replacing the file and updating a couple things in here, maybe potentially look at lowering the sub bass like 2-3 dB. I want it heavy, I want it thick, I want it doing everything that it's doing, but it's a bit overwhelming, and wrong system, it might just overwhelm it, right? So it sounds good because my headphones can handle it, but even in these headphones, they're doing some work. So if you go back through it, maybe a couple dB down on the sub bass and just let it feel full without overwhelming the mix. And I think even just that with low mids of the vocal, a little bit of noise reduction, small automations on the delays, and you're fine. I'm not worried about it. Plug myself in again. Yeah, maybe you might be slightly. This was no, it would be constant to real elements. Maybe it would make it more concise by. It's like, because like right now, you know how I'm all over the place, but if I'm like right here and I ask you a question, and what happens right with this stream is I ask a question. There's a 25-second delay while you type your answer and you think about what I asked, right? And I'm like, hey, what mic did you use? And you're like, oh, yeah, it's this. Let me look it up or whatever. There's that gap. And in that gap, someone else asks another question. So I answer that question. And then I'm there like, wait, where do I submit my music? I tell them it's at the link in my bio. Go to my profile. Like, if you want to check the line, I'm over here. And then I go back and play the song. And then I finally get the answer to it when you jump back. If I'm just talking to you and you answer me directly, right then, there's a lot less of the peripheral stuff. Maybe it would be better. Maybe it'd be so much worse. Maybe you'd be terrible. Maybe you'd be an absolute train wreck. But maybe it would cut through a lot of the BS, and we could actually just talk right there. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll try it out. Okay. But yeah, if you, yeah, I was gonna say back when I had like my MSP7, like Yamaha MSP7s, or even like before that when I had HS5s, right? When I had those, like, and I didn't have a sub at all. I was overcompensating bass all the time, just because I would like, it would sound decent if I like cranked it, and then when I actually like played it through either just bigger monitors or headphones that could handle it, or played in the car, I was like, dude, what the hell? This is crazy. So it could be helpful. It could be helpful to mitigate, some of that by plugging the sub back in, and even just turning it down, right? If you have some abilities to like tune it and turn it down, which you should, plug it in again and just like turn it down a little bit. Make sure it's kind of fits in the environment that you're in. That way, at least you're getting some of the subharmonic. Silex, thanks for the heart, me. Good to see you, man. You get some of the subharmonics, you get some of that weight without it just being like production blast where it's going crazy. But let's get into the last hook. Yeah. Because I actually, to be honest with you, I didn't even I'm hearing like these melodies and like flutes in the background. I didn't even notice the first time because all I heard was like low end, right? And again, like it was there, and maybe other people noticed it, but like when I first heard it, I'm just like, oh yeah, it's heavy, sounds thick. I didn't even like notice the high end stuff that was happening there. There's a lot of other cool layers that you have that I think are being distracted from by having such a heavy sub. So mitigating that a little bit, and you're good, man. You're golden. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. All right, Sean, closing the line. Closing the line. Closing the line. Line is closed. Killer. That low synth is great. The growl on that. The growl on that low synth is beautiful. Beautiful chain. Killer, man. Absolutely, absolutely killer. Okay, Caleb, I can open it up. I'm trying to see how many I'll be able to get to. But y'all, show some love, man. Show some love. That's the family. Omnisphere, by the way, dude, that low growl is such a great texture. It's such a great texture, man. Really, really, really well done. Y'all show some love to the legend, the family. Tep No in the building. The 500 million stream man. 500, almost 600 million streams. Almost 600 million streams. Absolutely a monster of production. Love what you're doing, man. Love what you do. I think a little bit of quality. It's like, I know this is more niche and you're putting it in a very specific direction, but I think even a little bit of control will push this even farther, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that a lot, man. I appreciate that a lot. Don't even worry about it, Oscar. That's not what this live is about. You know what I mean? That's not what this live is about. This live is not trying to find the best song. There's other lives that's for, right? I'm not trying to find the best song. I'm not here so y'all can all just prove yourselves. If you do, that's great, but like, I'm not here to like hype you up or to like get you exposed. Like I'm here to really just dig into your music, support you in any way that I can, help you in any way that I can. But don't worry about the comparison of like your quality versus someone else. Like I said, people are going to come in with voice memos. People are going to come in with like really, really early band lab productions. People are going to come in here with Grammys, right? And they're talking about their session work that they're doing, so on and so on. And so it's like, you're going to get a huge variety of of people that are, send demo 100%. People send demos all the time, works in progress all the time, voice memos all the time. So you don't have to worry about like, I'm not here, like I judge it all the same where we're just listening to what's in front of us. We're listening to the music and seeing if we can offer some tools. And if we can, fantastic. You know, that's what it's all about. But let's keep it rolling, y'all. The line is, song for your music, Marta, your music. So this is if you're a producer, artist, musician, engineer, vocalist, songwriter, so on and so on. That's what this is for. So in a sense, yes, you're requesting your music. It's all at the link in my bio, although we are closing the line. But that's what it's all for. It's for helping y'all build out the structure of your music, hopefully offering some tools to help you improve, just some actionable feedback on the structure about structure of your music. Skip the line right as you're closing. All of a sudden, everyone. I know Caleb was wanting to come in too. I just know I can only, let me see. I know a couple people aren't here. And not a problem at all. No worries at all. You will hear some other awesome underground artists through here too. So it's fun. Hopefully it's fun even beyond like the technical breakdown and stuff like that. It's hopefully it's a place where people can find some amazing music as well. It would just depend, Caleb, because what I don't want to do is for too many other people to submit like another 10, and I probably won't have time to get to a bunch more of those, right? I have time for a handful more songs. I'm going to get to as many as I can. No genre specific, anything, any style, any genre, any language. So what I don't want is for people to submit too low, but I also don't want to pressure anyone to go faster, right? That's not the way this works, right? 100%, Tep. Yeah, I agree. That's why I said, like, I think that in the niche of, if you look at this as this is a content song, lyrically speaking, the vibe of it, this is a content song. I could see people doing, makeup reveals with it. I could see a bunch of interesting content with it. I could see people dancing still. I could see a bunch of like just people with like words on the screen. You know, so what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's a peaceful platform you've created. Good-ish. Oh, thank you. I sorry for a second, Zippin. Sorry, I misread that for a second. I thought you were saying it was like good-ish. You know what I mean? Like it was like it's good-ish, man. Good job. Whatever. You're like, it's good-ish. Now I get what you're saying. The way I read it was the other way. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate that a lot. It's almost like, I think you just need to be really intentional, Tep. No, you're totally good. It's just in my brain. That was like that. My gut reaction. I was like, I mean, yeah, it's decent. We're fine. I was like, I'm self-aware enough. I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. But I do appreciate you a lot, man. I appreciate it. So let me know if y'all, again, like I said, I'm not here to pressure anyone to do anything they don't want to. So I don't want y'all to skip farther if you don't have the capacity to, but zipping and really quick. I'm never gonna, I don't want that to happen. But Caleb and Zippin, if y'all were gonna go farther, then I can guarantee that y'all are heard, just because, like I said, I don't want to reopen it up since I literally closed it 10 seconds ago, and then I can't, and then I don't listen to your song and you just submitted it. I want to listen to as many as I have in there as I possibly can. I have to re-record a bunch, I finished tracking a lot of the main layers, Tep. And then I need to do a bunch of layers. I need to do a bunch of other stuff. Thanks for the heart meal. I need to do some lower layers, some lower octaves. I'm going to write another verse to it as well. Yeah. So there's like half of it was scratch and half of it was really good. Half of it was good. Half of it was scratch. And so the half that was scratched was kind of bad. The half that was not scratched was pretty good. So on and so on. Anyways. Okay, I'm going to open up the line for the next song, y'all, just really, really quickly, because some of y'all were wanting to. Again, keep in mind that some of these songs will be saved, okay? Some of these songs will be saved. In the event, just like this happened to Tep. Tep came in the other day. He submitted. He wasn't able to get heard at that time. He came in today. I boost you every time I save you. So if you send in 10 and you don't get heard, you'll have 15 the next time you come in. I'll have you submit free, and then I'll boost you up to the 15. That's what just happened to Tep. He came in before. We boosted him. He was next, right? And so just in the event that some of y'all are in the consultation line and you don't get heard, I will never listen without you. I'll never break it down without you. If you have to get saved, you never have to worry about me like listening and you missing it or anything like that. If you came in, you don't get heard, you will get heard at some point, whether it's tomorrow or it's next week. It doesn't matter to me. Come in whenever you're ready, and I'll boost you again the next time. So you come in with 20, you'll have 25. Come in with 10, you come in with 15. I'll always make sure to give you at least an extra 5 every time. There's been some times where people have had to wait, like the live hasn't been too crazy today. Maybe it seems like it to some people, but like hasn't been too crazy today. There's some days where the live gets really crazy. It gets really, really wild as far as the lines and stuff like that. We have 70 submissions. All the lines are full and it gets crazy. And those events, sometimes people wait multiple lives to get heard. And I know that's frustrating. So every single time you come in, I'll boost you, right? So I don't care if I have to boost you from 10 to 30. I'll make sure that you get some credit added to you. That way you have a higher chance of getting heard as soon as possible while still keeping it fair for the people that are submitting, so on and so on. All the time. Okay, sounds good, Spies. I appreciate you so much, man. I appreciate you so much. How long am I going to be live? I'll be live for like probably another hour. So realistically, I have time for about 3 more songs. I got time for about 3 more songs. Okay. So I have it open right now. I will listen to the next 3 songs. Some people aren't here. So whoever those 3 are, I'm going top to bottom. That's what it is. Those last 3 songs, everyone else will be saved. Everyone else will be saved. And then we'll open it up again tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow afternoon. So definitely make sure that you're following, that you're tapped in, so on and so on. But you can see I can produce without splice, and it's fantastic, Tep. It's fantastic. It's great. All right, Daniel, hop in the chat. We got to keep going through the music. Caleb, I see you. Mr. Don, Lucille, Melee, Orange. Or Caleb's in the building. I got you. Okay, I'm gonna try to roll quick so I don't waste too much time. Let's go, Caleb. Let's run it. We're not wasting any time. Let's dive in. Caleb is in the building. I got you. Yeah, again, let me know next time you hop in Melee. Next time, if it's, again, it could be tomorrow, it could be 2. I don't care. Tomorrow, 2 weeks, doesn't matter to me. Let me know when you're here. Submit for free. I'll boost you up. No questions asked. I got you. Yeah, sounds good. You'll have 15. You'll have at least 15 next time, Thomas. If you got to leave, again, whether I have to get off at the end of the night or you got to go eat, sleep, work, it took too long, a bunch of people skipped, anything like that, I'll boost you next time. So if you have to save yours, I'll add to it the next time. Okay, let me go ahead and close it up, y'all. We'll do our last three here. And again, make sure you're following on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. We will be live again tomorrow. And hopefully for almost daily. It depends on my workload, depends on the sessions that I have, depends on my projects. I was not live for a while a couple weeks ago because I was redoing a bunch in the studio. That's largely done until I get some new gear. So there's a couple other things coming, but for the most part, it is almost every day. I do this live after I finish all of my other work, so it's kind of intermittent. But tomorrow it'll be early afternoon. Tomorrow, let's say 2-3 p.m. Central Time ish. Okay, 2-3 p.m. Central Time. You can turn on your notifications as well. Caleb Keener, this is Take Me Back. This is a demo. This is hot off the press. 80s nostalgia pop. You know I love the 80s. Let's go. Ballad, not finished mixing. Looking for feedback on production performance. I'll probably send this one off to get mixed after it's done. All right, let's get into it. Music Matzer, you have, it's funny. We're going to keep going straight into the song. You've been hanging out in this live for like 2 hours to just say stuff like that. If it's not valuable to you, I would highly encourage you to go to places where you find value. If you don't want to be here, then don't stay here for 2 hours. That's crazy, man. I've been seeing you in the chat for like 2 hours and for a place that you're just getting frustrated by. So if it's not valuable to you, I don't want you to hold yourself hostage on a stream. I want you to feel like you're getting value, that you're fulfilled by the environment that you're in, that you're in a supportive community of people that love the thing that you love as well, being music, I'm assuming, based on your name. Anyways, there's no pressure to stay. All right, let's get into it.
I still remember how the wind blew through your
It is crazy.
When we drive with all
it is crazy.
windows down and blast our favorite songs.
Let's go, Caleb.
And I know it's over now. Take me back to those cold nights that I remember. Take me back to counting all the stars that November.
Yeah.
could just ask for one.
2 more songs after this, y'all. Let me close it up.
Take me back. It's been forever since your feet were on my dash.
It's
I tell
true.
myself that I've moved on, but I'd let you prove me wrong. And
They were in here longer than people in line.
we're older.
I don't know. I would never do that. It's so funny.
Take me back, back to those cold nights that I remember.
Feel free to waste your time.
Take me back.
Let's go, Anima. Let's go, Anima. I love
Counting
that.
all the stars that
So funny.
November.
I'll never play it without you. So if you weren't here, we saved it.
Back to those old days when I could hold you in my arms and I would watch you fall.
We'll be live again tomorrow,
just
y'all.
Like that.
2 more songs after this.
If I could just ask for one last thing,
Yeah, absolutely.
take me back.
Okay. Yeah, come on, Tone.
And maybe I don't miss
80s
you.
boomer bends, let's go.
I just miss who I was.
This has the strike vibe a little bit. I don't know if you know the strike.
Kissed you
The free line does.
before
If you're in the paid line, I'll bring you in and boost you. Free line gets reset every time.
Take me back, back to those
That makes
cold
sense.
nights that I remember.
Get some saxophone in the back. Let's go.
Take me back to counting all the stars that November. Take me back, back to those old days when I could hold you in my arms and I would watch you fall asleep just like that. If I could just ask for one
That's true.
last thing,
That's true.
take me back.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all show some love to Caleb Keener. We're moving and grooving. 2 more songs after this, y'all. 2 more songs. We're moving. We're focused. We're locked in. We're locked in. We're locked in. But we got 2 more songs after this one. So whoever that top 2 is that is in line on the consultation side, you'll get heard. Everyone else will be saved and boosted the next time. Let's get into it. But those of you who continue to spam the chat, the line is closed. If you spam, you get muted. Do not spam the chat. I want y'all to participate. I want you to collaborate and network and talk to people and give feedback on what y'all are hearing. But if you spam, you will get muted forever. So please do not spam the chat. Some of y'all will still do that even after I say that. You'll send it 15 more times. You'll get muted or banned. It's fine. I feel like it needs more ear candy or more keys or something, but I don't want to just throw things in. I got you. Let's get it. I wouldn't mind the... So it's D major, right? I wouldn't mind a nice, forever, not forever, but at least for the rest of the live, or a couple minutes at least. You gotta chill with the spams, y'all. Gotta chill with the spams. So this is a brighter piano here. What could be nice? Let me push this. Let's add a compressor. I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about, and I can show you where you can fit something like this in. We'll do 1176, slow attack, fast release. Get it punchy. Get it punchy. Slow attack, fast release, 8-to-1 ratio. We're going to crank it. Let's go a little slower, and then let's push it more. Bring it down. And then we add chorus, baby. We add chorus. We go Studio D. That's what you got to do, Studio D. So as soon as we add that, we go, where's my Studio D? 9 and 3 o'clock, baby. Let's go. Studio D. I want a fast modulation, so we're going to go modulation number 4, and then reverb, and then reverb. So and I'll show you like how you can just tuck this in super easily. Let's go to this easy settings. 2 seconds, filter it down to like 6K, filter it up to about 200 hertz so it's not as muddy, and bring the mix down to Studio D button 3. Yep. I mean, I love the Studio D is awesome. It's awesome. We'll go about 40 mix. So here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I need a little bit of that in there. I need a little bit of that in there. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do that. We did that in 15 seconds. Not really, a little bit longer than that. But like just, let's bring this in here. I'm going to go to the plugin for the piano really quick. This is the Ravel piano or Ravel. I don't know what it is. Tone to the top. Close mics. Let's bring in a little bit of the room. Boom. Yeah. Come on. That's Valhalla vintage verb. Pretty easy. Today's my first time here and I really enjoyed your takes. And thank you, Oscar. I appreciate you a lot, man. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, this is the Ravel piano. This is the Studio D. So I have an 1176 compressor, slow attack, quicker, mid to quick release, 8-to-1 ratio, push it till I'm getting about -8. So it's very highly compressed, right? This is squashed. And then Studio D and Valhalla reverb. All right, okay, so here's let me hear the hook really quick.
Take me back.
I want to hear the progression. So D major,
Back to those cold nights that I remember.
G major,
Take me back
B minor,
to counting all the stars that November.
because to be honest with you, this is on the edge of feeling, and again, this is probably not the intention. It's got this 80s ballad on the edge of like pop country vibe to it. I think because of the electric guitars in the background and most of the structure feeling a little bit more acoustic, it's airing on like a pop country record as opposed to 80s ballad. If you like the strike and you like more of that structure, then I think pacing and sound is, yeah, exactly. Sound design is going to be really important. So I would not do personal opinion, tossing it out there. I would not do strumming patterns on the electric guitar if you're wanting like 80s pop ballad. The dun 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 dun. That's going to be more like contemporary rock, modern pop country, you know what I mean? Like that's going to take us into a different world as opposed to like this, if you had this on an electric guitar, just doing. Like imagine that was an electric guitar. Come on, right? Dun, 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 with a snappy as hell compressor on it, a shit ton of Bucket Brigade chorus, washed out reverb in the background of the mix, double track that left and right. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about, right? As opposed to dun, 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 and dude, come on, a sax. If you have access to a sax or a semi-decent sax plugin, which are pretty rare, you get access to a sax. Glorious, beautiful. I love it so much, right? That you're gonna get into strike territory, the midnight territory. This is less synthwave than the midnight is, but more on the strike side, right? So, but anyways, having open melodies with just wash of reverb and chorusing and phasing and stuff like that is going to give you a lot more of, I think, what you're going for. It's going to feel more 80s ballad than what right now is feeling more contemporary. And I think we can open it up a little bit. Okay, so now adding the piano, right? So
Take me back to those cold nights that I remember. Take me back to counting all the stars that November.
A major.
Take me back to those old days when I could hold you in my arms and I would watch you fall asleep just like that. If I could just ask for one last thing. Take
I mean? Like those little, it's those little pops in there that are going to just open this up. You know what I mean? Like the foundation of the song, I think is awesome. You know what I mean? The foundation of the song is really, really well structured. Again, like the vocals, I don't mind. But what I want to do is make sure that we point all of these different production elements in the direction of the vibe that you're saying is kind of the aesthetic of the song, so on and so on. Anyways, so I would focus on like filling, like open up those lead guitars. When you get into the solo, gorgeous. I love everything about it. But during your hook, open up those guitars, add in a nice, all of this. Get in some heavy, highly compressed, dude. And here's what's beautiful about this, man, is you don't have to do all of that. This is literally octaves in the chord. Drop that in MIDI. You can literally do that on MIDI. Just add the third. Like you don't need. I can literally do this, quantize it, line it up, and then if you want to go crazy, add the third. Nothing crazy. These are both just octaves. There's like nothing fancy about that at all, right? Now, if you want to do the... There's more to that, and you can obviously give it a little bit more space, so on and so on, but the main structure of this is like, you could just do the octaves, dude. Just drop some octaves in MIDI with a bunch of chorus and stuff like that, and you're golden. No worries at all.
Since your feet were on my dash, I tell myself that
I do like the drums though. I mean, those are like TR-505. You know what I'm saying? Like TR-505, nice and like dry, dead, little gated reverb on there. If you can get it, what's up, Ben? Good to see you. If you can get like your gated reverb in stereo, it might already be, but maybe give it a little bit more texture there. But like the drums feel great. The chorus and the guitar in the background feels great. I think we just need to. Right now it feels a little drier, so there's like less happening. And for me, what's up, J-Mac? Good to see you, man. For me, the staple of like 80s pop ballads is massive sounds. I mean, the drums feel like they are recorded in like a cave, and the pianos are all the biggest piano you've ever heard. Every guitar is the biggest guitar you've ever heard. Every synth sounds like it's like an orchestra of synths doing crazy things. Like that's what I love about like 80s pop ballads is they just feel anthemic. They just feel so huge in their sound, right? So you don't want anything to feel too limited in this. You want it to feel like open and vibrant and bright and airy, right? And so right now it feels a little limited, I think. Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate that a lot. If you can open this up a little bit, you're golden. Absolutely golden. All right, let's get forward.
take me back to those cold nights that I remember. Take me back to counting all the stars that November. Take me back.
I just hear.
Back to those old days when I could hold you in my arms and I would watch you fall.
Like even just right in there, having that little bit of extra texture helps a lot. Okay, piano and guitar. If you can focus on piano and guitar, you'll be good.
Just like that. If I could just ask for one last thing.
God damn it, girl.
Take me back.
Come on. So the solo's so good. Yeah, god damn it, y'all. Come on. Just there's a couple words, man. It's a couple words on the screen. Razor's in the building. What's up, Razor? RB, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate it. In my opinion, I mean, this solo is glorious. I love this solo so much. I love it. It's so nice to listen to. chorus it up more. I want it noisy and crazy. Like, again, I don't know how this was recorded. I don't know if it's direct or mic'd. But I want to feel like it's on the edge of like feeding back on a Marshall stack. I want it to feel so vibrant, big stereo chorusing. You know what I mean? Like, I want this to feel crazy. You know what I mean? I want this to feel like really, really open. That's true. Love the like Bigsby.
And maybe I don't miss you, I just miss who I was
God damn it.
before I ever kissed you, before I knew your touch.
It's gonna do that. I'm still gonna get it. I'm still gonna get people saying it.
Take me back, back to those cold nights.
Still gonna get more. I'm still gonna get more.
Take me back to counting all the stars that November.
I also think too, this is what I have to do. This is what I have to do. And it's still gonna happen. It's still gonna happen. We're just gonna have to live with it. But it's as big as it'll let me make it right now. Here's what we got. Here's what we got going on. Goodness gracious. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. Here's what, okay, I gotta move this. I can't do that. Maybe this is better though. Maybe this is better. This big. Maybe this big is better. No one will read it, and that's fine. I promise you no one will read it, but whatever. Maybe it's for my own mental health. For my own mental health. Goodness gracious. Okay. So here's the other thing, right? Relying really heavy on the acoustic elements that you have, mental health awareness, relying on the elements that you have right here. If you can support super, super subtly, you can do this however you see fit. Let me see what I have here really quick. I don't know if I have anything open. I don't think I do, but Let me see something real quick. I want to drop this in here and just. Yeah, let's open up this cutoff a little bit. Okay, so with one of the last thing I'll say, we're going to move on to our last songs. One of the last things would be, if you want to, again, let's bring in open guitars with chorusing. Let's bring in a piano with chorus and nice open stereo reverb, tightly compressed, super, super bright. I mean, I'm talking about like 1985 Korg M1 studio piano. You know what I mean? Like I want that. I want it to be like D50 Fantasia. I want it to be really bright, really, really snappy, really airy, right? I want all of that in there as far as like piano goes and stuff like that. That's going to open up your hook like crazy. The other thing that I feel would be really, really beneficial. The other thing, a screenshot has shown me that the general public is way lower than I thought. J-Mac, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. I covered my face with a close sign and immediately got 15 more people sending in. I don't know. I don't know. No, we're closed. Anyways, okay, sorry. I'm getting distracted, y'all. ADHD is not good for this. Okay, I want to get into this last part here. One of the only other things I would recommend is supporting this more acoustic and electric production structure, again, with the chorusing, with the brightness of some of the other elements that we're already talking about, opening up the guitar as well as the guitar structure as well as bringing in the piano. The other then would be maybe bringing in a synth bass to match what your electric bass is doing as well, to make sure that that is in line with everything else as well. So let me play this last hook in this last portion here just really, really quickly.
Those cold nights that I remember.
Let me go ahead. Let's open this up a little bit here. I'm going to create a little bit more punch here. Right in there. Right in there. Okay, so I want to go into this hook here and just add that one bass.
Take me back to counting all the stars that November. Take me back to those old days when I could hold you in my arms.
Stack 'em,
and I
stack 'em.
would watch you fall asleep just like that. If I could just ask you one last thing, take me back.
Right? I would go with like a mini. Oh, I got to do my puppy puzzle. Hold on. Thank you, J-Mac. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping by, joining the chaos over here. All right, boom. Okay, we're back. Having even just a little bit. This is not even the tone that I would have. I would prefer like a single saw or stacked 2 oscillator saw on like a mini Moog style, low texture in there. Just giving us just a little bit of extra movement. I love the mini Moog. Yeah, I mean, I have it too. I should just pull it up, but I already had this. It's a Prophet 5. I already had that pulled up. But yeah, literally the mini Moog, just start from a default, 2 oscillators, detune one of them, add a chorus to it, drop it down in the background, retrack. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate you. And again, all of this is just to lean into your aesthetic. I think what you have is great. But I think if you want this to feel as anthemic and as impactful as you want it to, we need to really bolster this. We need to make sure that it has plenty of power and plenty of emotion and feeling. And right now, everything I hear, I like, but it feels a little restrained. So if we can open it up, like I said, piano, for me, it's like piano, open guitars instead of strumming, or in addition to strumming, but piano, guitar, and a bass to layer with your bass. It's got more attack to it. The Moog is so good at stuff like this. It's my favorite for it. I think if you get that, dude, you're gonna be good to go. I gotta move faster. Let's go. Y'all show some love. Show some love to the family, man. That is Caleb Keener right here in the chat. Show him some love and support. Appreciate you more than you know, man. Thank you so much for tapping in today. Let's get into it. You got Melrose in the building, so let me see something real quick. And then we'll be on hopefully long tomorrow. I'm aiming to be on a long time tomorrow so we can hopefully get through a lot of music. I want to get to a lot of music tomorrow. So let's get into it. I see Melrose and Daniel. Is Daniel in the chat? Daniel, let me know if you're here. Ben, are you in line? Jamie's around if Daniel fell asleep. I got you, man. Oh, okay. You submitted another day? Yeah. I got you. Yeah. If you submitted it, sorry. Sometimes I forget every name that's coming through. But yeah, it's saved. It's still saved. I'm on the last couple tonight. But yeah, you still got it, and you'll still have your boost. Yeah. I got you. 100%. No question. Daniel, let me know, or I'm not, Jamie, let me know if you want me. Yeah, it wouldn't be depending on where you were. I don't think it would be this live. I'm on my last two tonight. But I'll boost it up farther than you had it before last time. What? Let me pull it up. It was the last live. Let me see. I got to pull up the old session. Give me a sec. And then Jamie, let me know if you want me to hold it for tomorrow. Let me know if you want me to hold it for tomorrow. He'll rewatch it tomorrow. I'll tell him what time I was at. Okay, I got you. Let me just check really quick where I had you been. As far as you weren't next. You weren't next. There was someone else that was next. Passenger Signal was next. So I had 2 10s. I had 2 10s from you. Yeah. I had two 10s from you. Yeah, someone was ahead of you. I have 2 10s from you. So let me see. Actually, there was 2. Yeah, there's 2 more ahead. I pulled 1 from yesterday. So there was Tep was ahead of you and Passenger Signal was ahead of you. Let me see really quick. So yeah, it would still be lower today, but what we can do, if you want to, whenever you're able to come in, if it's tomorrow, if you're able to come in tomorrow or in a couple days, whenever it makes the most sense for you, whenever it's easiest for you, we can combine your 2 again, like we were talking about, so you can have a higher chance, and then I'll boost you again. So if you come in with those, we'll boost you for like 1 song in the 20 to like 1 song in the 30, or 25 or 30 or something like that. That way you're much farther ahead, and you get your guaranteed to be heard much faster than waiting a couple more days. That's probably the easiest, unless you just want to stay 10. Unless you just want to stay 10, and I can boost those lower, I could definitely still do that. That's completely up to you. But if you want to get ahead and try to get heard a little bit faster the next time you come in, it might be better to either just keep them where they're at and we'll just add to them over time. We'll just keep boosting them. Or you can boost them over time if you want to, or we can combine them and hopefully get them ahead a little bit farther. Okay. That's completely up to you. Cause you can wait it out. Cause I never know what the live's going to do. Sometimes it's super chill. Sometimes it's like insane. And we have 70 submissions, and that's not up to me. That's just people come in, they submit. Sometimes I'll get 12 submissions in like 3 minutes, and I haven't even looked at the line because I'm listening to the song. So I never know if it's going to be super chill and we get through everybody and we end early, or if it's going to be 70 submissions, and it's going to be crazy. So that's why, it's completely up to you. You can stick with the 2, and we'll just like slowly boost it over time. If you're willing to be more patient with it, it might take a little bit longer, a couple days, depending on the algorithm and stuff like that to get heard. But we can still do that. Or if you want to combine them, that obviously guarantees you'll be heard much faster, just because you're stacking to 25 or 30 as opposed to 10. Completely up to you though. There's no pressure. Do whatever makes the most sense for you. Whatever makes sense. But yeah, we'll be live tomorrow. Okay, Jamie, let's get into it. Last 2 songs, y'all. This is Outtake, Better Days, and Daniel Kearney. So we got Jamie Kearney over. We got Jamie over on YouTube right now. Daniel is maybe asleep, but either way. Yeah, of course. You can always, if you want to go faster, that's, like I said, I never want to pressure people. That's completely up to y'all. So yes, you always can. That's how people are skipping past you. As people are adding to theirs. They start at 10 and it takes a while, and then they add 10 to it or 20 to it to skip themselves forward to go faster. So you can 100% do that. That's completely up to you. Whenever you come in tomorrow, I'll have you submit for free, and then I'll boost you up to the spot that you are at, or maybe even past that. And then if you want to go faster than even that, of course you can, and still have those 2 songs. Totally up to you. But yeah, people skip all the time. That happened today. It happens every day, where people add to what they have in order to go faster, go sooner, and stuff like that. Okay, let's get it, Jamie. This is Outtake by Daniel Kearney. Last 2 songs, y'all. Tons of stuff added since you last heard. Just looking for general mix feedback, maybe some advice for the build-up section in the end. Okay, perfect.
Which path do I choose? Which path win or lose? All it takes is a photograph to miss you. All this, that's a stay. Every second I waste is a time enough to cauterize these wounds. Oh no, am I losing my grip, or is this another outtake? Oh no, have I shot the shit and missed, or is this another outbreak?
Acoustics way stronger. Way stronger lead melody. Those 2 elements, solid. Way tighter.
Sit up on your throne, Just throw me a bone, putting out the fire
Okay, cool.
in my place.
Yeah, I got you. A quick, like, distinct,
Keep my
identifiable
head
riff there would be
up
great.
high. Won't let my love die. I see the light burn out of your faces. Oh no, am I losing my grip, or is this another outtake? Oh no, have I shot the shit and missed, or is this another outbreak?
Yeah, that's short and sweet.
Feel like I'm on the right track. I won't slow down. I won't look back. I feel like I'm on the right track. I
Way better
won't
dynamics here, too.
slow down. I
There's Daniel. What's up, Daniel?
look back.
Jamie said you might be asleep, so we're running.
Like I'm on the
Cold beer and a fire vibe. Let's go. Let's go.
won't slow down.
Welcome in, Daniel. Welcome in. This is Daniel right here. He was asleep. Bro just woke up to his song, to his music in his ears.
I won't slow down. I won't look. Oh no, am I losing my grip, or is this another outtake? Oh no, have I shot the shit?
Bro just
and
spawned. He's like, I'm having a
missed,
weird
or is
dream.
this
I have a weird dream that mix number 17 is playing in my ears.
outbreak?
That's so funny, man. That's so funny.
Oh no, am I losing my grip? Or
That's like me
is
and my
this
nightmares, man.
Another outtake.
Let's go. Y'all show some love to Daniel, who just spawned in, and Jamie, who's over on YouTube. That's like me, like when I'm working on a project for a client. I've been like melodyning. Oh no, we're back to 17. It's I've been like hearing a client's mix in my ears like over and over and over and over again. I'm in the middle of the night and I'm just like hearing this song. I'm like, damn, I hate this now. It's good, but I hate it. I hate it. All right, let's get into it, man. Let's run it from the top. Let's dive into some details here. Way better support on the electric guitar. Way better mix on the acoustics. Far better mix on the acoustics. More like mixed 1,017 packs. Way better mix on the acoustics and that lead guitar. Supported way better. Love it. Let's get into drums. Still need a little bit of a push. They need a little bit of meat. So whether that is tasteful saturation, just a little bit of harmonics to amp it up without distorting it. I just want a little bit of energy. So a little bit of tasteful saturation would help those drums. And I would love for them to be 2-3 dB louder. Just a hair. Just give them some edge so that they are a little bit more supportive of the acoustics and the bass. The acoustics, bass, and that lead guitar feel like way, way, way tighter than they were before. Those sound great. The breakdown with the more muted acoustic, huge change there. That's awesome. I love it. There's a lot about this that is a huge step forward. So I'm going to talk about the solo. We can break that down really briefly. And beyond that, let's get into it. Benjamin Russell, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate you, man. All right, let's run it. One more song after this. I believe Melrose is going to close us out today.
Which path do I choose? Which path win or lose? All it takes is a photograph to miss you. All this, that's a stake. Every second I waste, there's a time enough to cauterize these wounds. Oh no, am I losing my grip, or is this another outtake?
This is but wait, is Better Days the name of the band, Jamie/Daniel? I know Daniel Kearney is the name that I like have on the final, but is Better Days is that the name of the band, or is that we don't have a page yet? Okay, yeah. Zippin was wanting to support y'all and show y'all some love. So let people know where they can find you loosely even. Get a page, get that stuff in order. People already, even just in your demos, they want to hear what y'all are doing. So as soon as these drums come in, I still want again, this is more about dynamics than playing style, you know what I mean? Because I still want the soft hits of the drums that you have. I just want them louder in the mix. Now, if these were really snappy hits, we wouldn't need to push the dynamics as much. But since it is the really soft edge, we're not getting a lot of energy out of them. So even just pushing them forward 2 or 3 dB should help support them in the mix a little bit more.
Have I shot the shit and missed, or is this?
I would also push pretty heavily your background vocals with processing. So I would have these background vocals that you have there. I would have those also doubled nice and wide. I would push those forward by probably 3, 4, 5 dB as well. So this is all balancing, right? It's like acoustics are great, bass is great. A lot of the background layers and bends and stuff are all great. Some of the strings or like whatever other elements are happening are fantastic. So we need like vocals are pretty good in the middle of the mix too. Support from the background vocals, stronger drums, polish up the electric guitar solo before the last bridge, but most everything else is sounding a lot cleaner. So I would have these vocals like forward with a bunch of reverb on them, like stack them a little bit, forward, doubled up on either side, a bunch of reverb on them or whatever would help kind of glue the track together, make it feel less dry. I think that'll help a lot. Because right now you just kind of hear the dry, like you're just like hearing the vocal, but it's kind of pointed and it doesn't feel connected as much to everything else that's there. So if we can just process it just a hair, it'll be really nice. Mm-hmm.
Sit up on your throne, just throw me a bone, putting out the fire in my places. Keep my head up high, won't let my love die. I see the light burn out of your faces. Oh no, am I losing my grip, or is this another outtake?
Yeah, better support on those backgrounds. Because those things for me, the things that distinguish like the energy. Oh, you're good. We'll be live again tomorrow. We'll be live again tomorrow afternoon. I'm Central Time for those of you who care. So the thing that I want to happen is really just distinguishing your hook from your verse a little bit more dynamically. Obviously, drums come in, but they come in really soft. Those vocals in the background come in, but they come in really, really soft. So the more we can really polish up the differences between your verse and your hook, so the verse is dry, it's simple, the hook really expands a little bit more, it's going to really dramatically change the way you perceive the song. It's going to change the dynamics. So I think opening up that hook a little bit more with those background vocals, as well as supporting with the drums when they come in, is going to matter a lot. Okay, let's get into the solo really quick. You know what I would do if you want to do this as simple as possible? Is just start with the same melody. Start with the same melody and just finish a little bit higher. That's probably the simplest, easy way for you to do this consistently. Still kind of have a hook where it feels really concise and feels really good. And have a little bit of a change afterwards, right? So this. You know what I mean? Like start the same way. Or go higher. Just as simple as that. I'll play it over like what we have here. Just even that. I'll try it one more time. And it could be as simple as that. You hang on to the lead melody, you add a little flair at the end, but it's like simple, it's concise. You're not flexing too much because this is a chill, easy song. You don't need to do anything crazy. You're starting with like the main melody and then build up from there so your dynamics shift more dramatically. We close a little bit higher before the dynamics fall, so on and so on.
I feel like I'm on the right track. I won't slow
Welcome in, y'all.
down.
Appreciate y'all being here. This is for your music, so it's not necessarily about numbers. It's about if you made the music.
I feel like I'm on the right track. I
Way better on the
won't
acoustics.
slow down. I won't look back. I feel like I'm on.
Same thing with those vocals. The vocals here are going to open this up like crazy. So all of your background vocals, I want forward. I want more than like, a couple dB. We need, 3, 4, 5 dB forward. Like I want more energy. I want this to feel like it really wakes up, especially if you're able to boost the drums a hair. Those background vocals are going to be a huge part of what kind of pushes and pulls the song from the verses to the hook, and even in this bridge right here.
On the right track, I won't slow down. I'm on the right track, I won't slow down. I won't look. Oh no, am I losing my grip, or is this?
And that transition will be supported better if those background vocals are stronger, because when those come in nice and strong, that'll support the transition into the hook a little bit better there.
Another outtake. Oh no, have I shot the shit I missed, or is this another outbreak? Oh no, am I losing my grip, or is this another outtake?
Y'all, show some love, man. Show some love, show some love, show some love. That is Daniel and Kearney. Or not Daniel and Kearney, it is. Daniel and Jamie Kearney with Better Days. Please show some love, show some love. The song is called Outtake. Love what y'all do, man. It's chill, it's easy to listen to. It feels very raw and really, really organic. So I think if y'all can get for me, it's like if y'all can get, some of your transitions, but if you can really just get down your balancing, if you can really just get down your balancing of like how loud should these elements be, foundational, like gain staging, I think y'all are going to be perfectly fine. If there's like enough behind the drums and the bass, there's enough energy behind the other elements of the song, your background vocals are actually doing what they're supposed to do in the mix. They're adding weight, so much and so on. You know what I mean? I feel like if you can give it some energy, you can give this a little bit more support, y'all are going to be in a really, really great space, man. Y'all show some love. Show some love. Show some love. That's the family right there. Let's get into this last track, y'all. This is going to be closing up. This is going to be closing up right here. This is our last song. Melrose, hop in the chat. Dude, of course. Melrose, let me know if you're in the chat. And we're going to close it up here. We'll be live again tomorrow. Skull, thank you for tapping in. I appreciate you being here. think that'll have to do it then, y'all. That'll have to do it. I gotta eat, man. Goodness, I haven't even realized how long it's been since I've eaten. Okay. Yes, that's true, Libby. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Okay. Again, quick reminder, y'all. Quick reminder that we will be live tomorrow. We will be live tomorrow. So everybody that is in the consultation line, every single one of y'all that are in the consultation line, you will be saved and boosted. So whatever number you have in here right now, it'll be saved and it'll be boosted the next time that we go live, which will be tomorrow. You don't have to tap in tomorrow if you can. Awesome. But we will definitely be live tomorrow, and we will open up the lines again and take on a new handful of submissions. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate it. But that's going to call it for today. I love and appreciate y'all so much. We'll be live again very, very soon. So definitely tap and make sure that you're following or subscribed where it makes sense on Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok. Hopefully we'll see y'all very, very soon. Peace.